Yep, Charlamagne the God.
Andrew Schulz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots podcast, back for another week of brilliant idiotness. Hezekiah Walker.
I hope what Charlamagne just told me before this podcast started never sees the light of day. That's what
We was just brainstorming some sketches.
Yeah, we were.
You can't brainstorm a sketch or two?
I think you could even call that a stretch.
That's exactly what would have happened. That was what would have happened to his butthole. Listen, how was your weekend, man?
Yo, my weekend was good, man.
What'd you do? Anything fun?
Where were we Was that in Rhode Island this weekend?
No,
was that last weekend? Oh, that past weekend. I don't even know what I did. I just hung out with the family. Oh, no, we went out east. We were out east with the family.
Was that East Hamptons?
Hamptons, and we just did a nice little chilling with the fam, bro. My daughter's like just awesome. Like at round 2, they start to really communicate, and you went through this 4 times, so you already know, but like you get to actually engage with them, play with them, negotiate with them, like imagine things.
It's a beautiful thing, but it means nothing. Okay, it's not gonna mean anything when they get to about 6 or 7 because they become whole different people.
Oh, really?
Whatever that sweet little innocent thing
I gotta
is
hold
now.
on to it right now?
Oh my God! Because at some point there's gonna be a turn around 6 or 7, and you're like, "Who are you? Did you get possessed? What happened?"
Really?
And don't let one of them, like, let's just say one of them early, was like the rebel rouser, right? Rabble rouser. What is it? Rebel or rabble? Rebel. If one of them early was the rebel rouser, and then the other one was the calm one, at some point the personalities are going to switch.
Ooh, I was like that too. Apparently, I had what is it called? The terrible twos. Have you heard of that thing?
Oh man, yeah.
I was like terrible at that age, and then like I was fine. The older version where you're supposed to be terrible. It was one of those switched.
Did you experience that, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the middle of it right now where my quote, easy kid.
Oh, now she's going
through
through
the hard kid.
Yeah.
And my quote, hard kid is great.
Yeah.
So you never know. And that says teenagers, young adults. So buckle up.
By the way, nothing breaks your heart more
Don't even say
than the easy kid. Who you but you know, we put too much on them early.
I know.
Right? So the easy kid, I'm like, how can my easy kid be easy and they're only 7?
Yeah.
They just got here. So, you know, they're going through phases. So when the easy kid becomes the hard one, but you're used to the other one being, it's like, yo, what happened?
And there's shit that's outside of your control, right? It's like their environment at school, their friend group.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, I did a whole deep dive on it yesterday. I was just like, yo, what the fuck? But that's exactly what it is. Like,
can you sit down with your kid at that age and like, will they be like self-aware enough to tell you what's going on?
I think so. I mean, that's the only way I know how to even do it.
So how do you do it?
That's what you do. You sit down and you got to have conversations.
One-on-one.
One-on-one.
Okay, so how do you broach that? And how old is she?
7.
Okay, she's 7 years old. You sit her down. Is your wife present or is it just you?
Yeah, she's there sometime, but you got to just sit there and talk to her and ask her, what's wrong?
You'll start with there's something wrong. You're not just like, hey, what are you feeling?
Well, by the way, this is after I've exhausted everything. I've exhausted the yelling and the like, yo, you gonna do it. I've got to yo, what's wrong? Yo, what's up? Like, what's going on with you? Blah, 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 this and that. And so once you have that conversation, they still gonna look you dead in the eyes and say no. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you got to let them deal with it. What I'm trying to convince them of now, at least the one, is that you got to see things through. Like, everything can't be when you don't want to do something, I'm sick. Because you can't play with that. Like, because you as a parent, you're constantly going to take your children to the doctor every time they say that they're sick.
Well, they learn
or
ways.
Stomach hurt.
My daughter's doing this right now where like, you know, we'll put her down to sleep and I'll, you know, read the books and everything. And then I'll go, okay, it's time to go to bed. She'll go to bed. And then she'll go, after I leave, she'll like, wait a minute. She'll be like, Daddy, I have a poopy.
You see what I'm saying?
And she knows that if she shit herself, I have to come clean it.
Yeah.
So she's learning like the mechanisms of manipulation. At 2 years old, she's going, my dad's not going to leave me with a shit in my pants. So I'm going to lie to him about having a shit in my pants so that he comes and gets me. That's at 2 years old.
Yeah. So you're trying to teach all these lessons.
7.
You're trying to teach these lessons about not lying, number one. Number 2, because lying leads to so many things. I have to trust you as a parent.
Yeah.
And the worst thing is when the kids tell you that they're sick, yo, because you can't dismiss that.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
So I was trying to convince her the other day because, like, you know, she complained about stomach aches. Stomach aches, by the way, this has been going on for like a couple of years now.
Yeah.
So you take her I'm like, we took her to the doctor one time And she got me so convinced that something was wrong with her stomach. And they're doing the x-rays and everything else. And like, we can't really see her appendix. And it was like, I think at the time she might have been 5. So it's like, you may
have appendicitis.
We could look inside. I'm like, you're not about to just cut her open to look inside. But you're trying to explain to your kids, this is why you can't just say this type of shit.
But it plays off of all your deepest insecurities and fears as a parent, which is like, your kid has an issue that you can't see but could potentially be wrong with them, and you're not going to protect them from it.
Right. They can't advocate for themselves.
Exactly.
You need to advocate for them, but they also might be bullshitting.
Yeah.
Yes, and I told her. I told her the other day. I said, you do realize every single time you don't want to do something, whether it's go to sleep, whether it's go to track practice, whether it's play rehearsal. Your stomach hurts.
Can I ask you something?
Every single time.
Welcome to my world.
Oh, wait a minute. This is your youngest, no?
No, third.
That's older.
So it's your third. Yeah. Your third and your fourth have grown up in a level of wealth that your first and seconds did not know.
Yeah, second did. She's
okay, maybe, 10. But still, it's continuing to escalate.
Yeah.
Is there a version where you're looking at them, and this could be completely false. It could be just kids doing kid shit, right? Or is there a version where you ever think, as a parent who came from nothing, financially, obviously, but like, is there a person where you go, oh, are my kids soft because they grew up with luxury? Did they not deal with the hard knock frustration and trials and tribulations that makes you more resilient? Like, do you start to talk to your wife about that?
No, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm so happy that they lived a life of luxury.
Of course you're happy. Yeah. But are they saying this because they can get out of stuff? Whereas...
I don't even, what's so interesting? We're thinking about it from a money aspect. They're not thinking about that at all.
I know.
They're just being kids.
What I'm saying is, are you projecting your feelings about money onto your kid? Like,
no, I don't think money has nothing to do with it. I think because we used to do that.
You know what I'm trying to ask?
I think it's a generational thing. I'm very aware of what you're talking about. Whereas,
maybe I'm not communicating well.
I feel I'm less resilient than my father was.
Let me here's a good example.
Right.
Like, my mom comes from nothing, right?
Right.
And she busts her ass. My parents for this dance studio. They're able to like provide a life that like my mom's could never even fucking imagine for herself as a kid, right? I'm sure seeing us maybe not do as many chores, not help out around as there was a cleaning lady that came by every week. Like, there's a little part of her that's going, am I enabling my kids? Am I making them not hard workers, or am I making them think that this is a normal life? And I could feel that kind of insecurity creeping in where like it didn't as much with my dad.
But I don't think it's just money. I think it's our society as a whole where we've trained these kids to express what they're feeling.
Oh, that's a whole other thing.
Feel empowered in a way that certainly my parents never were encouraged to express themselves. And
so now we got to reward whatever you're feeling, but now you can use those feelings to manipulate me.
Well, listen, exactly. I get what both of y'all are saying, but we all played sick when we didn't want to do something when we were kids.
So that's the other thing. They're probably just doing kid shit.
That's it.
But my mom would look through the lens of like, have I made soft boys because I tried to provide a better life? And we're probably looking at her like, I'm gonna work my ass off. Like, I'm just being a kid. Like,
yeah, right. No. For me, it's just like, I don't want you to bullshit me because I don't want to get anything wrong. If there's something,
because you're worried about the health of your child.
I'm talking about the boy who cried wolf. I'm like, y'all you know the story of the boy who cried wolf? I'm telling the story of the boy who cried wolf because I don't want y'all to be that. Because if something is actually wrong,
then we gotta actually.
Yes, because if you tell me that your stomach hurt and kids, you're watching your child. They're the best actors in the world.
Incredible.
I mean, god damn. If you just put a camera on them, falling on the floor, grabbing their stomach. Yo, my 7-year-old, yesterday she had play rehearsal. So we dropped my 10-year-old off somewhere. So I'm driving back to the house in between, right? In between. But then we get a call from the school saying the 7-year-old is in the nurse's office. And I'm sitting there like, let me guess. Her stomach hurts. I'm like, oh my God. So we go pick her up. And I already know she does not want to be at play rehearsal because she didn't want to wake up in the morning. So it was a whole day thing. So it starts with, trouble sleeping. I'm having trouble sleeping at night. So she's not sleeping. So then she's waking up super groggy. She doesn't want to go to school. So now she's at school, got through school. Now she doesn't want to go to play rehearsal.
But there's one thing she's avoiding.
Listen, we picked her up from play rehearsal. She laid she's like this in the back seat.
With her hands across like a vampire.
Chest, legs straight out. And I'm just like, yo, she is putting it on.
But you can't totally ignore it.
No.
Because I had a similar situation, and it turns out there was something at the root of it. And it took a long time to come out.
How old was they though? How old was she then though?
Oh, you're talking 16.
See, that's what I'm saying. This is 7.
But in retrospect, it started at that age.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's you fucking him up.
Okay. No, listen, let me tell you something, man. There is no greater game, not chess, not any video game you can play that is more difficult than navigating raising kids. Yo.
Because now they have the language of mental health.
Yeah.
Through social media.
In and Out movie, man.
That's you.
Inside Out.
It's your fault.
Right.
You did this to all of us.
They can talk about anxiety, which is fantastic on one hand, right?
Yes.
The flip side is they are kids. They can be manipulative. They do want to get it. I can remember in retrospect, even as a teenager, I would get these terrible stomach cramps. I can remember going to a concert and feeling uncomfortable, and I was nervous, and I actually had to like lay down. But I never talked about it with my parents, and I was feeling anxiety, but you just kind of power through it. These kids talk about it.
Yes, they do, but I'm almost like, it's not that we're telling them about mental health. Like both of my parents suffered from depression their entire lives.
Sure.
I was very like aware of mental health. They saw therapists. I didn't feel anything that like wrong about talking to a therapist, talking about mental health, being sad, depressed, whatever. Like all these things were like very normal in my household.
You might be in the minority on that.
Well, what I would say is, it wasn't societally rewarded yet. So within my household, we were very comfortable talking about it, but I still knew that there was societal scrutiny to be walking around going, I'm sad or I'm anxious or I'm whatever. Yeah. So while I could maybe talk to my parents about it, I wasn't utilizing it as a manipulative tool to get out of work. Right. Or I need a mental health day, or like a teacher is giving me too much homework and I go, this pressure is mounting. Shit, I even heard a story from a friend who will remain nameless where like they had to look at mental health evaluations for the people that were going out for a sport in high school. And they had to keep a kid on the team because they thought that his mental health was so shaky that if he didn't make the team, he might do something. So they rewarded.
God dang.
Right?
You know what, though? There's a part of me that's not mad at that.
Well, go.
Make him a punter. All you want to do is be a part of something. So if you feel like this guy really could end up being some lone wolf shooter, put him in a uniform, put a helmet on him, and make him feel good.
So
about himself. I don't have a problem with that.
This is what I asked him, and I was like, did that circumstance take away the opportunity from someone else that deserved to be on the team? And they said, nah, we just opened up another spot for the crazy motherfucker.
Yeah, because the reality of the situation is they're not doing that because they are afraid of this kid and,
they're afraid of liability.
They're afraid of this guy getting a gun and coming to shoot up the fucking school.
Or hurt themselves. I think it was hurt themselves.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that one. I'm not mad at that.
Or should the kid have learned the lesson, hey, you're not skilled enough at this sport. Go and practice. If it's basketball, work on your left hand.
This guy want to be a different type of shooter. You fucking around. You know what I'm saying?
John Wick.
See what I'm saying? I don't have I know that feels pussy for our generation.
I know,
but I don't feel bad about it based off all of the context you just told me.
So the question is like, how much do we change the meritocracy to control for catastrophic events? And we could sit here and be like, that's silly to do, but every time we go in the airport, we taking our shoes off because we're trying to avoid a catastrophic event. So we do change rules for catastrophic shit.
Yes, and listen, I even when it comes to the kids, right? I don't have a problem with kids and us having these conversations about mental health because I do see where putting a young child in therapy at like 8, 9, I've seen where it can benefit them. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Having somebody to sit down and talk about what's going on at school. I understand that. Somebody I don't know if it was my therapist or maybe it was my wife. Somebody told me something the other day, or maybe it was a conversation I was having with another father about how when kids are going through things, we like to tell them, man, suck it up, yo. Like, we went through way worse, blah, 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 this and that. But bro, did we not want somebody to talk to?
Hell yeah.
Did we not want somebody to put their arm around it? Did we not like when we were in the guidance counselor office and the guidance counselor was just actually talking to us about our fucking feelings?
Yeah.
God, yo, I don't care what age you are.
No, you got
that matters.
I think it's huge, and I think just listening. Dude, one of the best things I think my parents ever did for me is we had dinner every single night together at 5:30. It was like my mom worked nights and my dad worked days, but there was like a window for like an hour and a half where I had both of them, and we had dinner together. And they just asked us. They're like, "How was your day? What was going on?" And without having to pry, they knew a lot going on in our lives. And I felt like they cared.
Yeah.
I felt like when I spoke, it had value to people. Like the people that I cared about the most actually were interested in the things I had to say. And now, not everybody has that opportunity, but like, still, it was amazing.
My wife just told me this shit, talking about my older daughter is 17. So when your older daughter comes to talk to you about stuff, or even the 10-year-old, they'll come tell you about stuff that's going on at school or, with their extracurricular activity. My go-to is always, and that shit don't matter. Like them kids that you worried about or like those kids that you got, you're not even gonna be friends with them in the next 5 years. Like that shit don't matter.
But it does matter to them.
It does matter to them.
So you can't
now, am I speaking from a 47-year-old perspective who's lived enough life to know like
but they don't know that
they don't know that yet.
You gotta meet them where they are.
Gotta meet them where they fucking are.
And that's
my problem.
No, but this is good you're even aware of it. Like that's the other thing about the mental health shit is getting out of your own fucking way.
Oh, I wasn't aware of this till about 2 weeks ago when my wife explained this shit to me. Because I was like, that's sound advice that you're concerned about somebody that in 5 years you won't even know.
Yeah, bro, but you got to understand it's like the Bible. It's like how many times has God got to say, hey, treat others how you want to be treated? You know what I mean? And it's like, he knows. He's out there like, trust me, your life is going to be way better if you do this. Yeah. And you still got motherfuckers arguing with him about it.
Yeah. Like, thou shalt not know that motherfucker in 5 years. Like,
exactly.
No.
I know him now.
I know him now, right now. And I'm like, and which is tough, right? Because if somebody would have told us, by the way, some people did tell me that when I was younger.
Think about how small our world was when we were in high school and middle school.
These kids are in a much bigger world and it's much scarier. They're under pressure it's perceived pressure. Mm-hmm. I'm just thinking, me going through my social media the other day, World War III.
Brother.
All the jobs are gone. AI is going to take all the jobs. Unemployment, I'm looking at it being like, damn.
I went down.
Now imagine a 16-year-old kid seeing that day in, day out, day out.
Chris, you're right. You know what's so crazy about that? Yesterday, I text Chris, Schulz, I'm like, I think he might drop the nuke. My whole algorithm on Instagram was nothing but videos on how to survive nuclear warfare. And I'm sitting there thinking like, you little stupid motherfuckers have no idea what you're talking about. There is no surviving nuclear warfare. So if young kids have to deal with that, and then we're trying to have a regular conversation with them about shit like this, no. If you're coming to me telling me, well, when a nuclear bomb drops, all you gotta do is go in the house and stay in the house for 72 hours. Really?
Yeah.
That's what the fuck you
think?
What
house?
What
house?
Exactly. So so I'm bad for telling you that this is not the way this shit is gonna go? Yeah. Now, I'm Mr. Optimistic for everything except for shit like this. but I've never had to deal with this in my lifetime.
Well, there's an example. In the early 80s, there was a TV movie called The Day After.
I remember that shit.
And it was about a nuclear bomb hitting an American city. And it was considered so potentially damaging to the mindsets of teenagers, young people, that
take it off?
Well, no, the day they aired it, they had to have special assemblies for the kids to be able to talk about it and process it and discuss it. Now they're just getting that shit every 30 seconds on their feed, but there's really no way to process it. Yeah.
So maybe here's a question just about mental health and the net. Is net positive in that
absolutely
kids are now feeling comfortable, and even like young adults, hopefully, feeling comfortable expressing difficult emotions that they're dealing with?
Yes.
So now we all have to worry about like some manipulative people using it to their advantage, but the hope is that the people that might have self-harms because of what they were dealing with and an inability to communicate the world. Hopefully less of them do that. So we got to deal with more annoying people, but we have also get the benefit of hopefully less people hurting themselves.
It's definitely a net positive.
I think.
I wouldn't even say manipulative because there's almost a negative connotation to that. I just think things are hard for kids, and the way they learn to get past it is to experience.
I'm more talking about like people at work that go like, I need a mental. I need a mental health day. I'm like, what does that even mean? We all need that.
Right.
Like, we all need.
Can we all take one together and just everybody just have a day off?
That's Christmas.
It is.
You wait till December for that shit.
There is certain things that kids have been doing since the beginning of time, though. Like your kid is going to pretend to be sick, and you got to take it serious. Nowadays, your kid, and not even nowadays, kids have always pretended to run away.
I did that shit.
Where the fuck do we get that from?
Yo, my parents played me, bro. I said I'm running away. They must have been stressed, man. My parents must have been really stressed because they let me walk out. And I walked out the apartment and I went down to the lobby. I hung out in the lobby for hours. I had to walk back upstairs and knock on my own door like, all right, I'm back. I must have been.
But that's how you know kids are kids.
5.
Okay.
But that's how you know kids are kids. That's how you know kids are kids.
Yeah,
though.
like I couldn't have been that much older. 6. Like,
yo, your parents.
Son, they let me walk out the apartment and I just stayed in the lobby and I had to go back up to my own apartment.
This is Manhattan and this was like Lower East Side.
By the way,
this is a
that's how you know.
Now we're on the Upper West.
Oh, okay.
We're on the Upper West. But I was hanging out with the door guys and they were like, yo, what's up? And I'm like, I ran away.
You was just running around by yourself at 5 for a couple of hours.
I was walking around the lobby. I didn't have the balls to leave, but my parents called my bluff. And I never threatened to leave again because they knew I was pussy, bro. I wasn't about that life.
But that's how you know kids are kids. Because think about that, running away. What do you think is out there? When you say
it's better than the punishment,
huh?
That's what the kid thinks is better than the
punishment. Punish my kids.
No, I think it's attention. I think it's just I want attention. I don't know how to say it.
I did it. I was a little older, like 12, 13, because I was getting in trouble and shit like that. I went with my uncle.
You got caught though.
I went to my uncle and he put me to work. And that shit was worse than if I would have stayed
I'm
at
never
home,
running away again.
His uncle put him to work and he's been painting his nails ever since.
Yo,
come on, man.
He ran away to his uncle, and his uncle put him to work.
Sometimes you gotta learn the lesson the hard way, bro. 7 inches at a time.
God damn, Alex. My God. My God. Listen, that shit, listen, I don't know what the fuck the moral is. There's no moral to this story. It's just being a parent is no joke, bro.
No joke.
No joke. You got to navigate all of these little personalities, and you just hope you do a good job without fucking traumatizing them in some way, shape, or form. But man, when you get to the I don't punish my kids the way I used to get punished, so there's no beatings or anything like that. But you gotta sometimes you just gotta drop to your knees and let them know, like, yo, you are hurting my feelings. Like, you hurt my feelings, yo. Like this is hurting me right now.
What did they say to that?
Nothing. They'll look you dead in the eye and just be like, and it's almost like they know they got you broken down. My generation, that hurt feelings. Whatever was a weapon would have been grabbed and used. One of my favorite threats in the house is you would not have survived the 90s. That's what you say. Yes, you would not have survived the 90s. My mom is here for the week.
Oh, yeah.
And I was going through it yesterday with my 7-year-old, and I'm just looking at her like, yo, you don't want to tap in?
Yo,
you don't want to intervene, 90s Mom?
Discipline, Mom. Let's go.
Remember what used to happen to me?
It's amazing. It's amazing how soft they get with the grandkids, right? Yeah. All that disciplinary.
Gone. Nobody talks about that. No teeth at all.
Yeah.
I mean, none. I used to get beat with extension cords. I could be on aisle 4 of a grocery store, say a bad word, and she was like fucking Mrs. Incredible with the reach. Boom!
Yeah.
Whole other aisle. What is up with that?
Yeah.
Why did we stop that?
They got soft, bro. They got soft.
Why did we stop the beatings and the
grandparents got soft.
Did the beatings and spankings work? I think so.
Nah.
For boys.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
It worked on me.
It worked on me like a motherfucker.
I never got beat, though. I think I maybe got spanked, but I never got beat.
I got beat. There's a difference between a spanking and a beating.
Yeah.
First of all,
But
it's
did it
actually
work?
sick that we say spanking. We gonna spank the kids, but then you want to spank some ass in the bedroom too. That's just weird.
Yo, that
You know
is
what I'm saying?
it's like, do girls that like that where they bag kids? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if there's a correlation to those things. I don't know. But like, imagine a girl's like, yo, slap that ass. Like, oh, you were a naughty little girl.
Can you imagine? Yeah, that's wild. First of all, we got to think about some of this shit.
Yeah.
You're in the bedroom, you spanking the ass, and she's calling you daddy.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Sick shit.
Is it some weird, like,
Yes.
childhood
That's some sick
issues?
That's some sick fucking shit, yo.
And now that we're like good and like supportive and open communicators with our children,
Yes, man.
will they never do that stuff?
It's sick. That's why you got to tell, you got to talk to these girls the way stepdaddies talk to their stepkids. They're spanking.
Help me understand this.
I'm not your daddy.
I'm not your daddy.
Yes.
You say I'm
when
not
they
your
get called
daddy.
daddy, I'm not your fucking daddy.
Yeah, you try that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Try that shit when a girl from Venezuela is like, thank you for my freedom, papi. Thank you for my freedom. Thank you, oil, papi. Thank you for my freedom.
Oh, man. We'll figure it out. What else? Oh, I went to the Final Four this weekend.
You were there.
I went to the Final Four, the women's Final Four, man. Listen,
Oh, ain't nobody care about that.
you out your goddamn mind. I keep telling y'all over and over.
happened?
There's nothing
done?
better than women's basketball. Yeah, it's over now. UCLA beat South Carolina in the national championship game.
Oh, really?
But my favorite sports are women's basketball, women's college basketball, then boxing, then football, and then women's professional basketball.
All right.
Those are my favorite sports. Those are the things that absolutely bring me the most joy.
All right, bro.
Those sports.
All right.
And so I went to the Final Four, and I feel so crazy that I never went to a Final Four. South Carolina has been to 6 Final Fours in a row, 3 national championship games in a row, and this is my first time going to one.
Who won?
You was bad.
UCLA. No, we beat UConn. UConn was undefeated. UConn was on a 54-game win
They
streak.
lost the fight.
And I was at the game Friday too, and we won. So we won Friday, lost to UConn. It was on a 54-game win streak. That's when Dawn Staley and Gino got into it, and Dawn Staley told Gino, "I will beat your ass," okay? Because Gino was acting like a little hoe. Oh, Dawn will take Gino. Dawn can take Gino, bro. Straight up head-to-head fist fight. Dawn Staley from North Philly will take. How old is Gino, Chris?
Oh, he's got to be in his 60s.
Early 70s.
But from Norristown, also from Philly.
That's on the outskirts. That ain't North. That
Rough.
ain't North Philly.
Rough.
Nah. Gino was acting like a little holder. I never seen Gino act like this. You got your ass beat, you lost, and then you come to Dawn at the end of the game to say you didn't shake my hand in the beginning, which she did. Which he got a little senile. We're starting to see these old people in leadership positions that have been there too long really getting senile, yo. He accused South Carolina's players of ripping Sarah Strong's jersey. She ripped her own jersey. He accused Dawn Staley of not shaking his hand. She shook his hand. And then he accused the players of playing too rough and of Dawn Staley ranting and raving to referees. What coach doesn't rant to referees?
Yeah, it's kind of your job,
That's
bro.
your fucking job.
You
as
gotta
a
lobby
coach.
the refs, bro. You gotta do it.
Only to come back and apologize twice. He's done 2 apologies.
Well, good for him for apologizing at least.
Sure.
You fuck up, you should apologize. Like, clearly he fucked up here because they got it on video. That's the thing with the coaches, bro, and even the players. Stop acting like you didn't do shit. We have 70 different cameras in 4K filming the entire thing.
At all times. And, no, not 70. That's just what the game has.
And then we got 80,000 people or
80,000
something.
people
Yeah.
hitting it from every motherfucking angle.
Yeah.
The I beat your ass didn't even come from the professional angle.
That's Twitter.
That came from the stands.
Yeah.
The stands caught Don saying,
Yeah.
I'll beat your ass. You know,
And they got lip readers now.
oh my
Yeah.
God, that shit was crazy. Because we was all trying to figure out what the fuck happened, right?
Definitely in the women's basketball, they got the lip readers. They got the best lip readers.
Yo, women's basketball is the best, bro. I'm
It
telling
is.
you.
You didn't see that? I can't get it out. I couldn't get it out. I was gonna call it a Final Four leg lock.
Man, shut No, they're embracing it though. They got a whole crew. The WNBA got a crew called the StudBudz.
I love this.
It is. It's
This
the stuff,
I love.
They killed it the All-Star weekend.
They love them. They love these girls. There's 3 of them called the StudBudz.
This to me is fire. Lean into the shit.
Yeah.
Stop pretending. You know what I mean? You don't got to put lipstick on the studs. Let them be studs and let that. No, I mean that. Like, let them be studs and let the internet embrace it and love it. And like, let's not pretend it's not what it is.
Yeah, it's the Minnesota Lynx players Courtney Williams and Natisha Hydeman.
Fire. Run it. Let's go.
And they started popping on Twitch and Instagram. They're literally called the StudBudz. People look at this merch.
Denise Robb.
Look at the merch. Play on my period.
Wait a minute.
You don't see the it says, yo, be who you are. How the fuck wouldn't you be who you are?
I didn't know studs got periods, bro. I didn't know that. I'll be honest, I didn't know that. I didn't know they got periods.
It's 3 of them, though. It's not just 2 of them. I thought, oh, no, that is them. It is them.
Why would it
and
stop?
yo, by the way,
I thought they got a chip or something. Like, you know how some girls can not get their period for a while because they get birth control? But I guess if you're a lesbian, there's no need for birth control.
Listen, I'm at the game, and I'm familiar with both of them, but I didn't know that they had branded this whole thing called the StudBudz. So my guy, Bakari goes, yo, look, it's the StudBudz. I said, yo, don't be disrespectful, yo. I'm like, yo, we at the women's game. You don't need to do all of that.
Yeah.
And then he's like, no, that's their name. It's 2 of them right there. And I'm like, the StudBudz? And I'm thinking he's fucking with me, so I look it up. Yo, it's people in the stands like, yo, trying to get their attention. They fuck with them heavy.
I like that. I need that shirt.
You see what I'm saying?
I play on my period.
I play on my period. Support women's sports, yo.
You should be able to gamble on that.
What do you mean?
Like, if you know if the
man,
you don't think they're gonna be more angry and aggressive? Like, I'm putting money down on the team that's dripping, bro.
I don't think Polymarket got that one.
No, they need it. They need it. They need it.
Yo, on Polymarket, did they ever bet what color the dildo was that hit the floor?
Kalshi.
No, it's 2 of them. It's Polymarket and Kalshi.
Yeah, but we rocking with Kalshi, bro.
Do they ever bet? Remember when the dildos were hitting the floor at the women's games?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was there bets about that?
Yeah,
they were.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the bet? Like what color it was? Or is one going to get thrown tonight?
Yep.
Who's going to strap it on first?
Wow.
And there was one dude that did the bet, then went to the game, threw it, and made some money.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Shit, right there, dildo market.
Yeah. Dildo.
That's what it says.
Crazy.
Nah, but I'm telling you, Final Four, I've never been to one. That shit was so fun, yo.
Good energy.
Oh, my God. And see, you got to think. See, you're a Knicks fan.
Yeah.
And you live in New York, so you got Knicks, you got Yankees, you got the Mets.
We have professional sports.
Y'all got professional sports.
We don't really care about amateur sports.
I'm from South Carolina.
You guys got amateur sports.
We don't have any professional sports teams, right? I'm South Carolina. North Carolina got the Panthers and the Hornets and all of that. We don't have, well, now it's what's the Hornets Charlotte team now? Charlotte,
Hornets. They were the Bobcats.
It's New Orleans Hornets, Charlotte Bobcats.
No, they
back to the Hornets.
No, they back to the Hornets.
Oh, yeah, New Orleans went to the Pelicans again.
Yeah.
So, right? So, I'm a Cowboy fan. I didn't grow up rooting for anybody. Dawn Staley.
She.
Oh my God! To be at a championship game, rooting for your team from your home state.
What does she make? You think
she's the highest paid women's coach? I think she makes like $25 million
a year.
No, for like 3 years or something like that.
I'm just saying, like her program probably
they can't pay her enough.
That's what
They can't pay her enough.
I think her program is generating an obscene amount of
money. They cannot pay her. Now, I will say this: there's not the money it should be.
Why?
Just because like NIL deals and stuff like that, they're making money, but it could be a lot more. Is what I'm saying.
No,
for what she has done for that program and how popular that program is, the South Carolina Lady Gamecocks, they should be rolling in revenue.
It seems like that because, like, remember when LeBron was on the Cavs and like they estimated that he generates like $1 billion for the city, and like there's a salary cap, so you can't pay him over a certain thing. Like, what do they estimate that Dawn Staley's effect is on the local economy? I bet that shit is insane.
Yeah, because they've had the highest attendance in college sports, well, at least women's basketball for like the last 5 years.
I'm not even talking about just the college game. I'm talking about all the restaurants that are full, around the bars that are full after the game, the people watching that aren't able to get tickets to the game. Like, what happens to the local economy because of the team that she built? And what I would say is college sports is so specifically different in that it's not really about the players because the players transition out. So the coach is the person that is curating that economic development in the city. You could pay her
It's still,
bro.
I'll say this though, it's still not the same excitement as football, only because
It's you
two
can't,
different things.
you
Yeah,
can't-
I'm with you. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it would probably be justified for her to be making triple what she's.
I think so. I mean, you got people who actually come to games because of Dawn Staley. You know how like when Deion Sanders was at Jackson State and at Colorado, like people pull up to the game.
I bet the hotels are packed.
Yeah, like Wanda Sykes comes, you know, Plies pulls out. Like people come to the games. You know what I mean? But
if I'm her agent,
you can't pay Dawn enough.
That's the combo I'm having, right?
Dawn got a statue already.
But she deserves it. How many championships?
100%. 3.
Come on, bro.
3 and literally 3. We've gone to 3 national championships in a row, but she's won 3.
She had a golden opportunity for gender equality, man. If she knocked out Gene, let me tell you,
he would have got jumped that night. It was South Carolina was too deep.
StudBudz.
By the way, we wouldn't even have had to leave. Listen, none of us would have had to leave our seats. Like her coaching staff would have swung on Gino. Like, no, her coaching staff would have sung on Gino. Like Khadijah and Jolette. Like, there's one video if you watch it. Salute to Khadijah. Khadijah is out there. Khadijah got her hands behind her back like, yeah.
Oh, she was ready?
That is the symbolic, that is the universal.
It's about to go down.
Yeah. When you laughing with your hand behind, yeah. That means I'm on whatever you want. We can keep it peace or we can go to war. However you want to do it. Salute to Khadijah Sessions, man. What else happened this weekend? A lot of people going to jail.
Who? Tell me.
I mean, I was looking at the Pooh Shiesty Gucci Man.
Oh, can you break down this story? Because this to me is like... I don't really
know the story. I just know that from what I was told, Gucci Man, Pooh Shiesty wanted out of his contract, and he allegedly kidnapped and robbed Gucci Man and forced him to, sign away his release papers, I guess. Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this question.
Yes.
This is a very interesting, stalemate they're in. Because if Gucci allows the law and cooperates with the law to get the civilian justice that he deserves, if this allegedly did happen, wouldn't he be risking his own personal reputation? Let's game theory.
I'm with you.
Game theory, right? So in order to monetize Pooh's career, which he has him signed and he can make a lot of money, he would have to take on a huge brand risk because he's cooperating with the law and he's built his identity partially around being somebody who's from the streets and would never cooperate and probably has done some, nefarious things in his life to gain the reputation that he has. So in a way, Pooh puts him in a little bit of a pickle, right? It's like, I'm going to go do this. If you cooperate, yeah, you can make money off me in the future, but you might lose with some respect in the streets. If you don't cooperate, I'm free.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't know. I've heard that theory, but I've also heard so many other theories. I heard that there's a video.
Yeah.
There's a video, right? Because wasn't the FBI director, wasn't he breaking down what he saw on a video?
The charging document outlines some of the evidence, just some, establishing the defendant's roles in the federal offense. This is as follows. Electronic monitoring data placing Williams Jr. at the offense location, which would put him in violation of his home detention conditions. Cell phone records and license plate reader data corroborating the coordinated travel of multiple defendants from Memphis, Tennessee to Dallas. Rental car records confirming Williams Sr. rented a vehicle that was used by the group. Surveillance footage from the offense location, a nearby office supply store, and a hotel where several of the defendants stayed following the offense. Fingerprint evidence as well that was recovered from the crime scene, matching at least 2 of the defendants. Social media posts by defendants displaying what appears to be stolen property just in the days following the offense. Greyhound bus records confirming the travel of multiple defendants from Dallas to Memphis the day after the offense. in this case came to Dallas to conduct legitimate business, and they were met with firearms and violence as alleged in the charging document.
So if there's video now Gucci can be like, I don't want to be involved in this.
I don't see why you have to testify if there's video.
Yeah, so
right?
now he gets the best of both worlds, which is I'm not testifying, I'm not pressing any charges, but if there's video, the state has to press charges.
And then the other
Shiesty was he had an
ankle monitor on.
and so he's
they
already
know where the fuck he is.
Yeah, and then the other story I heard was that Gucci's security guard was an off-duty police officer.
Oh.
And so whether you knew it or not, you upped the firearm on an off-duty police officer.
Well, what's the rules with hiring cops?
I don't give a fuck.
I know you don't.
I got one out there right now.
Yeah, I know. I love it when you're here.
I don't care about that type of shit.
But what would the street code be about that?
Man, listen, I'm with you on everything that you're saying, but I think at some point, fuck the street code.
Listen, you know me. I'm not in the street, so I'm always fuck the
these
street
guys
code.
are businessmen, man, and here's the thing. And this is all alleged. I don't know if Pooh Shiesty did any of this, right? I'm just going off the stories I heard. I know that Pooh Shiesty wouldn't do that to a white man.
Well,
whenever you hear these stories,
let me ask you.
It's literally always the black executives getting put in this position by black.
Well, let me ask you this question.
You'll never hear name
One
a white.
story.
No.
What about back in the day?
Hold on. Let me ask.
One?
Suge Knight and who's the guy who did the
Vanilla Ice was an artist. I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about the executive. Well, ain't no artist running down on the white executive.
Well, the question I have is, because we can't look at it like it's only happening to other black people, but is there security in that, knowing that he's not going to snitch or he's not going to involve the authorities, right? Because they have the same street code. Whereas, like, would Pooh do it to...
I don't even think, if this is true, I don't even think Pooh was thinking like that. I think Pooh was just literally a person whose mentality is still that of
the street.
So but this Pooh is how I know how to handle situations.
But Pooh would never do it to you because he knows that you're not going to abide by the street code. So regardless of
I don't believe that. I don't believe he would.
Really?
No, I don't believe that at all.
I thought you were positing the theory that it's black artists do it to black executives. They wouldn't do it to white executives.
I've never seen them do it to a white executive. Well, white executives out here with the same contracts. Who do you think the black executive is learning it from? Yeah. And by the way, I don't even know if his contract was bad. I'm just saying that there are standard recording contracts. You ain't never. I've heard stories of people running down on Andre Harrell. I've heard stories of people running down, of course, on Diddy. I've heard stories of people running down on Eazy-E. But you ain't never heard stories.
Clive Davis got ran down on by.
But we're not going to keep it street. Is my point.
Oh, I want to know.
I don't know.
We bleep it. Who?
Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Apparently, she claims.
Lisa ran down on Clive?
Yeah.
But that's not, see what I'm saying? I'm not saying that that's not.
With a crew.
Oh, she had guys with her? Yeah. Oh, I never heard that story. Yeah. Okay, well, shout out to Lisa. She the realest out of all these motherfuckers.
The record company, Clive Davis, we held them hostage like guns, the whole shebang. So, of course, Lisa was the ringleader. So we went up there and held everybody hostage, and Puffy was the one that snitched us out. Yo, B, yo, your girl's up here mad bugging, yo. And I was like, oh, Puff, why you gonna snitch us out, dog? But he called it, yeah, because we kicked him out of the meeting.
And
like, you know what I'm saying?
No one ever ran down on, like, Leo Code?
I've never heard these stories.
Well, why would you if you know that they're going to involve the law immediately? That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're not running down on somebody who you know is going to snitch because you're going to jail. You could run down on a street dude because there's the chance that he's going to operate with the street code.
No, but to Charles' point, they've done that to, like, Steve Stout, and you know he's not a street dude. He's going to go to the law, and they've still done it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, Steve got busted. Did he busted Steve upside the head with a bottle? You know what I'm saying? Because he wanted out of the Hate Me Now video. My thing is this. This is the most important thing that you can buy when you get into business, or what you can invest your money in. A lawyer. Get you a good entertainment lawyer, number one, so you don't sign a bad contract. And number two, when situations like this do arise, then you have your lawyer get you out of said situation or help you get out of said situation. Never in the history of life for anybody of any color will this work out. If you run down on somebody and say, I'm going to rob them and kidnap them and make them under duress, let me out of my deal, that is not going to end well for you, buddy. I don't give a fuck.
No, you're right.
It's not going to end well. This is just a case of somebody who just didn't understand business. And the reason I know that Gucci understood business, because Gucci didn't go down on no street shit. Gucci thought that clearly they were having a meeting
it was on the up and
about
up.
some business. And then the other side allegedly decided to turn that into some other shit. I wouldn't be mad at if Gucci went and told, but but I just think it's stupid to still abide by those rules.
I agree.
When you're so far removed.
If you're a law-abiding citizen, the rules protect you. If you're not a law-abiding citizen, you can't use the rules because you can't be protected from the things you're doing, which are breaking the law.
They still want Gucci. And this is when you know people just want to see crash outs. They want to hear a story about Gucci allegedly almost getting robbed and then pulling out a chopper and spraying down everybody. Yep. That's what would make everybody believe the allure, the story of the boogeyman Gucci.
Hasn't he proved himself?
Yes, and he's also proved that he wants to evolve.
Yeah. Right.
Go read his last book episodes. This man has evolved on purpose. This man has grown and evolved intentionally.
No, that's the clone. That's the clone. That's not him.
Yeah, even that pisses me off.
Yeah,
whenever a person decides to grow and evolve, now they're a clone.
What's Ross saying?
What did Ross say?
My DM Rose, what you think or how you feel about the Guwap Pooh Shiesty situation? I don't like it for either side. You know what I'm talking about? Guwap most definitely didn't deserve that, and I don't want to see this for the little homie Pooh Shiesty, but this is when niggas gotta be educated and understand. In business, you gotta negotiate, my nigga. You gotta negotiate. If you were signed for $100K and now you got 10 M's on the table, it's time to negotiate. This is how we do this. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody win. Let's go. That's how I gotta go, my nigga. You can't muscle your way out of no shit and no business. It don't go that way. And I ain't just talking about on the people's side, but on the other side, the blitz gonna come. You can't run from it, homie. That's the way it goes.
It's a good point.
It's that simple.
When you have leverage, like I guess Pooh does have, you renegotiate your contract.
That's it.
We see basketball or NFL players do this all the time, right? They're like, hey, if you want to extend me past my rookie contract, let's do this right. I don't know if they do it around the rookie deal, but there are contract negotiations when you have unbelievable leverage because you don't want to, miss out on that opportunity as the owner of a team.
Either renegotiate or just fulfill your contract and go on about your
How many more albums does he have to do? It might be like a lifetime worth of albums.
If it's a lifetime, that's just a ridiculous deal to sign.
Well, we know that these deals are incredibly parasitic. These music deals are unbelievable.
But I understand why. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. If I'm taking you from nothing and I'm investing in you, and I don't know, who knows how much Gucci Mane invested in Pooh Shiesty initially. You don't know if you're ever, and I'm just gonna throw a number out there. Well, let's just say the investment is $500,000 to $1 million. I don't know if I'm gonna make this money back. So I have to create a contract that at least allows me to get this $1 million back. But like Ross said, if this guy does end up taking off or this girl does end up taking off and you make your initial investment back, the right thing to do is renegotiate.
So if I was to make your argument, if I was to take your argument, what I would say is these record labels, they invest that $500K in 20 different artists. 19 of them, they don't recoup. So that one that does hit, they really need to recoup 10 million from that one before they can renegotiate in their head as a business, right? Because they're like, I already lost 9,500,000 on these other fucking 19 artists. I'm finally gonna get a chance to recoup right here. And that's probably why the contracts are so predatory. That being said, if you're the artist and you're in this contract where you're making peanuts, but you know how much you're generating, it's very difficult. It's very difficult for them to sit in that. And
yeah,
go,
absolutely. But I believe if you're a good executive, yes, you have a contract that protects you. But if that person hits,
the smart thing to do is
renegotiate. Yeah. So you avoid shit like this. When I say shit like this, I don't mean fucking getting robbed and kidnapped. I'm just talking about artists hating you. I don't want nobody to hate me for bad business. Because also, man, if you've already made your money and then some.
Let's make money together,
Let's make money to fucking together.
Let's do it for 20 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes I be hearing these stories about guys, when they sign certain artists. It's like, for me, if I sign a certain artist, why not just start a label together?
So that's what
and both of y'all, especially if both of y'all are just starting out. Like if you're a new guy, new executive, new manager, and you got this hot new artist and y'all decide to come together and do business, start a label with this person. Instead of you starting a label and signing them as an artist.
So what they do is they basically say, yeah, let's start a label. And then they go, you could give predatory contracts out to all your artists too. So yeah, I'm taking advantage of you, but you could take advantage of them. And then when you don't fulfill your contracts, the way that these contracts allegedly work is that all of their talent rolls up to you because they haven't fulfilled their contract. And the only reason I know this is because some dude tried to pitch me doing this comedians, and I was like, I would never do this to comedians.
No, because
I would. This is too. I would love to help comedians. I love to put them on. I love to find vehicles where they could find success and build their own careers. But I do not want some predatory contract where like these people are all signed and then like essentially owned by you in perpetuity.
That's why I know for a fact I'm too fair.
Don't you sleep better?
It's better.
It's better. No, listen, I'm with you, but also I'm a talent. So I understand what talent needs. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you that there's other executives that tell me I'm too fair.
Because they're used to the predatory shit.
You know what I mean? And I'm not even going to say, yes, is some of it predatory? Absolutely. But some of it is literally just, I'm going to make sure we're in the best possible outcome for us.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But the best negotiation is when both parties feel like tops and bottoms. When you getting fucked a little, you doing a little bit of fucking.
Some fucking.
Yeah. When you that's the best type of negotiation when both parties feel like, whoo, shit, that was a tough one. You know what I mean?
Or
like for real.
Or both parties feel like they won. Like the best contract is the other side is like, yeah, we got one over on them.
Yeah.
And you're also like, man, that was advantageous to us. Right. So now everybody's stoked.
Yeah.
It's just rare.
I just know that this isn't the way, y'all.
No.
And by the way, this is another lesson to kids. Kids don't really like to fulfill their obligations anymore. Like they really don't. This generation does not like to fulfill its obligations. Like they believe that shit don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
Man, this has always happened. It's not some new shit now.
And it happens when people are kids, but it's even worse now. Because I don't even know what Pooh Shiesty's deal was.
Well, but did you see who was arrested with him to bring it back to parenting?
Oh my God, the dad. That was crazy.
Part.
That was insane. Yeah, I didn't understand that logic at all.
His dad went with him?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure like in his head, he's like, I'm protecting my kid. It sucks, but maybe in his head, he's like, this is what I got to do. I got to protect my kid.
They said he called up like 8 people from Memphis, his dad. It was another artist, Big 30. He called everybody but a lawyer.
Should have called that lawyer.
All the money that you spent getting all of those people to wherever y'all was at to do this to Gucci, man, you could have just hired a good entertainment lawyer, bro. And furthermore, before you even hired a lawyer, did y'all even try having a conversation with Gucci? And the conversation can't be, you gonna let me out this contract or else.
Yeah.
The conversation has to be what Ross said, negotiation.
That's it.
How do you negotiate? This shit is just sad, man. I'm just tired of watching people, who have great opportunities to just excel in life, crash the fuck out. And I don't know if they're crashing out simply because they're just ridiculous, terrible humans, or they truly think this is the only way they know how to do something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's almost like he didn't know he had other options. Because when I see stories like this, I'm like, well, what was plan B? You know what I'm saying? Was this plan A?
What was the crazy shit that you went, nah, we can't do this?
Exactly. This couldn't have been plan A, was it?
Yeah.
Was this plan A?
Yeah.
This couldn't have been plan A. So what was the other plans? And did every single plan involve somebody potentially getting hurt, including yourself?
Maybe.
Whoa. You need better people in the room, bro.
Tell me what the latest is with Offset, man. I heard he got shot.
I heard this shit too. I heard he got shot in front of a casino. I don't know what, and then somehow Lil Tjay is involved. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I have no idea.
Tonight, the rapper Offset is recovering from wounds he suffered in a shooting outside the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. And the night team's Maricela Burgos is at Memorial Regional Hospital in Hollywood with the update tonight, Maricela.
Craig, so we know the rapper has been here recovering at this hospital. There was another rapper who was arrested and charged, but not with the shooting. That is still under investigation.
TJ, what's up? What about the fight at the casino? Fight who?
Rapper Lil Tjay bonded out of jail Tuesday. He's charged with disorderly conduct, accused of instigating a fight outside of the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Monday night against another group of guys. Seminole police officers say the incident happened just after 7 p.m. by the Valet area. TMZ got these pictures of rapper Offset getting into an ambulance after he was shot. Before that, according to TMZ, he was spotted taking a picture with a fan. According to the affidavit, authorities say Lil Tjay directed members of his party to start a fight. It goes on to say one of the males associated with the defendant pulled a firearm and discharged it, wounding one of the individuals.
Ask Offset.
Lil Tjay has his own version of what went down outside the hotel and casino.
It's Offset looking at me like this. Yo, that shot me. That shot me.
To be clear, he has not been charged with the shooting.
Right.
Seminole police officers say the second person who was detained has not been charged, nor have they released any information on that person. We know officers are looking at trying to identify at least one or more people who may have been involved in Monday's incident. Offset was a member of Migos, but the rap trio disbanded after his cousin Takeoff was shot and killed in 2022. Offset was also married to Cardi B. They have 3 children together. He was taken to Memorial Regional Hospital. We're told he's expected to be okay. And we know authorities are still investigating this shooting. Live in Hollywood, Maricela Burgos, 7 News 19.
Another one where it's just like, guys, come on. This is going to be way more expensive than you think.
It's going to be way more expensive than whatever the person owed you.
Way more.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Now, listen, I don't know if Offset got shot because he owed a debt. I don't know what the situation was. But if that is what the story is, guys, whoever shot him, whatever Offset owed you, you're going to pay 10 times that.
Lawyers.
Trying to beat this case. Yo, the casino might sue him. You shot somebody on the ground of the Hard Rock Casino in Orlando, Florida. They may sue you.
Fort Lauderdale, I think.
Fort Lauderdale. They might sue you. Because I'm sure you slowed business down for them.
Absolutely.
I'm sure they had to shut everything down and probably lock everything down while all of this was happening.
Absolutely. They probably lost millions on just people gambling right there.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
future earnings. I'm not going
future
there
earnings,
now.
yes. And man, listen. They said they arrested Lil Tjay. Why did they arrest Lil Tjay? In connection with a fight before the incident, but have since released him on bond. Listen, I don't know, man. All this shit do is make me realize I don't even want to see rappers unless they on Breakfast Club. Okay. That's like if I'm someplace and there's one too many rappers around, I'm probably in the wrong place.
You out of there?
Depending who the rappers are, though.
You want mature rappers. You want rappers in their 40s.
Yes. I'm an adult rap. I'm an adult radio personality. I want to be around adult contemporary hip hop artists.
I get it.
Okay.
I get it.
Right. That's what the fuck I want to be around. I don't want to be around none of this shit like this. I was in the casino this weekend in Phoenix. Ain't none of this shit happen. But you know what? Wasn't no rappers around.
You said it.
StudBudz, man.
It wasn't no rappers around. What? This was a bad weekend for rappers.
This was a bad weekend.
It was a bad weekend for rappers. All right.
It just sucks. You know.
It's just a bad weekend for rappers. But by the way, it's the younger rappers. Let's keep that in mind too.
Yeah.
All right. It ain't the older rappers.
The older ones are selling out stadiums.
He's not so young.
Well, he's the victim here, Chris.
That's a good point. He got
the
shot.
victim. He got shot. Okay. Like the Offset is the victim in this situation.
Tell me about the Ye concert. You were there.
I wasn't at no Ye concert. I am not interested in going to a Kanye West concert. This Kanye situation is interesting though.
Tell me.
Because I didn't know he was back with Live Nation.
Oh.
Am I making this up? Somebody told me that this weekend that Kanye West is back with Live Nation. Is that true?
I find that hard to believe. But
I thought so too, but somebody told me that this weekend. They said Kanye.
Is it possible that he still owes them money on a touring contract?
I would think so because his last situation, he remember he left him on the hook for $100 million. Remember Jay-Z got him back in the groove, and he was, I think Rock Nation and Live Nation fronted him $100 million for a tour, and he never finished that tour.
So there's a version if he didn't pay that money back, they're like, nah, we need to recoup still, buddy. We need to recoup.
It's interesting that Wireless Festival dropped him. It's interesting that all the sponsors dropped him because all of the sponsors had to know who was headlining. They don't do that. Like, that's not the way these festivals work. These festivals let the sponsors know who's headlining, and then the sponsors come on board.
Even an established festival that, like, you already know that you have to book out the venues way ahead of time.
I would think so.
I don't think so. I think
like Coachella, some of the acts get booked like really close to the date.
Yeah, I think that's possible. The sponsors know.
Yeah, but the sponsors are always on deck unless this is a multi-year sponsorship where Pepsi was already signed up to sponsor Wireless for 5 years.
Could be.
If every year they're bringing in new sponsors, which is usually the case, even if it's the same person, they're still trying to get new sponsors. They usually let the sponsors know, and the sponsors themselves, the brand safety people for the sponsors don't just say, yeah, we're going to sponsor you and you book whoever. That's not how that shit works.
I think it is how it works.
No.
I think some of these shows get so big where it's just like, all right, I'm sponsoring this show because I know how big this show is. Like
Google
Wireless,
that, Chris.
Coachella, like some of these shows are just so big, you know there's going to be big acts.
Google, did Pepsi know Kanye was the headliner? They had to know. There's no way.
So then why pull out?
Bad press?
But
backlash maybe?
They would already know that that's going to happen.
They would have did it beforehand.
Just you could chat GPT.
But maybe they didn't. But maybe they didn't know. Here's the reason why. If you just watch Kanye sell out these 2 spots in Los Angeles, right? And you see all of these people coming to watch Kanye West. If you're Pepsi, you're like, yo, let's see. Maybe he's back. Maybe it won't be no issue. Let's see. Pepsi pulled their sponsorship of a London music festival after the festival revealed Kanye West as his headliner. Pepsi withdrew its sponsorship at Wireless Festival following the announcement that diagnosed rapper Kanye West 48 will headline the event. Pepsi has decided to withdraw its sponsorship of Wireless Festival. The brand was the headline partner of the festival, which will take place from July 10th to July 12th in London, with West headlining all 3 nights. Other sponsors, including PayPal and drink brand Diageo, have also pulled out of sponsoring the event following the announcement. Representation for Diageo cannot be immediately reached for comment. The sponsorship pull came after Prime Minister Keith Starmer publicly criticized the headlining choice. That's what happened.
Oh.
It is deeply concerning Kanye West has been booked to perform at Wireless despite his previous anti-Semitic remarks. Nazism. And that's what happened. That's what happened. Prime Minister said so. The Prime Minister said something.
Well, I think the UK blocked him from even coming to the country.
Yep.
Yeah, after the fact, yep.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I mean, is it? What's crazy?
He's not convicted of any crime. He's just
shut the fuck up.
No, but I'm just saying.
I'm so sick of y'all not convicted of crime, people.
What you mean?
Well,
it's not about being convicted of crime. Andrew, if somebody came in here and took a shit, listen, if somebody came in this studio and took a shit on the Flagrant Studios and then grabbed the shit and started throwing it at all your staff and throwing it at Alex and everybody else, would you ever let that motherfucker back in here?
But that's assault.
Huh?
That's assault.
It don't matter. The person did something to offend you. All right, fuck the shit and the throwing in. If somebody came in here right now and said, fuck you, Andrew, suck my dick, you pussy, I don't fuck with you, you a piece of shit, blah, 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 this and that, whatever. All right, man, get the fuck out of my studio.
Yeah.
Which, you on WTF. If somebody came in there, fuck you, Alex, you piece of shit. Fuck you and your trash ass studio. You ain't shit. Then got on social media and disparaged WTF. Fuck WTF. They ain't shit. They pieces of shit over there. Don't nobody go over there and support them. Would you ever let that person back in your studio?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay then. So what are we talking about?
Another thing, Al, the way that you could frame it is like how many British people lost their family members fighting against Nazis? Like, so if you're welcoming and headlining a festival in a country where hundreds of thousands of people were murdered women and children bombed, like, dads, brothers, uncles, grandfathers killed at war. And now all of a sudden this guy is headline. I would imagine Britain might have a little bit. Now, we fought the Nazis too, but they weren't fucking, what is it called? What is that bomb shit that they were doing in Britain?
They had
the
Blitzkrieg.
The Blitzkrieg wasn't happening.
They had denazification.
Right.
But there's also this strange history of British rock stars in the aftermath of that in the 70s and the 80s.
So the punk movement, they were kind of embracing the Nazi attire as a rebellious act.
David Bowie also
you got the Prince, whatever his face, Harry dressed up as a Nazi.
SS.
Or an SS soldier in Halloween. So it is a slippery slope. It's like the Prince could dress up as a Nazi for a Halloween party, but when Kanye is spouting the Nazi propaganda and saying he loves Hitler and he's doing all this anti-Semitic shit, he can't perform at the Wireless Festival.
No.
And he did apologize. Not trying to make the case for him, because I don't fuck with him, but I'm just saying he did apologize. He tried to right the wrong that he did.
Listen, here's the thing. Whenever you offend somebody, I tell people this shit all the time. This is why free speech is not free. There is a price.
He sold swastika shirts.
Yes,
guys. Like, let's
there is a price to every word that comes out of your mouth. So if he says something that makes people not want to fuck with him, and they got the power to be like, nah, we don't want you here. Right. Nah, we don't want you there. That's on them.
Right. I was shocked that he was able to get SoFi Stadium to agree. Like, I'm so curious what that's about.
Money talk.
Yeah.
Listen, I saw
sold out.
I saw black people saying this week. I saw black people saying, why are black people being so forgiving of Kanye? Wearing the White Lives Matter shirts, talking down on George Floyd, denouncing Black Lives Matter. I mean, listen, I'm not going to say all black people. Some black people are forgiving people, and people just love Kanye West. And by the way, it wasn't like it was just black people at the SoFi Stadium, but when I saw that question, I thought that was a good question that might need to be answered by somebody. Yeah. Like, because he hasn't made no apologies to black people.
Nope. Don't you think there's a sense now that whatever he says is just for shock value, and there's not a lot of deep sentiment under it?
So he's a provocateur.
It's almost got like a Trumpian kind of vibe to it, where he's just going to say whatever, right?
So, Chris, you don't accept that from Trump?
Exactly.
Because the stakes are higher with Trump. Kanye doesn't affect me. I don't give a shit.
That's not true. The ADL said that his rhetoric increased anti-Semitism by a huge number. I don't know if that's true or not.
That's like out the window now. That's so far down on the list of concerns. Like, I mean, I think it's very interesting. If you had told me 5 years ago a major artist could release a song called Heil Hitler, and that wasn't the end of their career, I would have said no way, but here we are.
Listen, all I'm simply saying is this. Everybody deserves grace, right? But I'm also not in the business of telling people that were offended what they should and shouldn't be doing. Because I know if you offend me, it's fuck you forever. There's certain people out there right now that have done things to me that I know I'm never fucking with this individual ever again.
Yep.
Ever. So,
but do you make a distinction for an artist? Because I think that's the key kind of point of this, right? Like, we all have certain artists that we appreciate their art, but we don't agree with them as people. And are you able to make a distinction?
Is Heil Hitler art?
I don't think anyway. No, it's not.
But I think can you enjoy the music before he went?
Yeah.
Not if it said Hail Hitler.
No, he said before. Of course, we all love. We all love those.
But Bowie did go through a Nazi stage. Like, that's real.
Y'all are missing the point, though. If I own these venues, if I'm the prime minister of a country, and I don't want you here because you have offended me and my people, you ain't coming here.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that too.
But that's my point. There's nothing.
I think he should still be able to say it and then just live with whatever the consequences. Yeah.
These are the consequences.
I think Australia said that Candace Owens couldn't come or something like that. Yeah, so this is not like
you would be okay
a
with
novel.
that? Like, say if you said something on the radio that offended the Prime Minister of the UK, and you feel, hey, I have freedom of speech, I can voice my whatever I want to voice, you would think it's okay for them to not let you in the UK?
I probably can't perform in China.
Listen,
I'm being dead serious. Like, I probably can't perform stand-up comedy in China.
Me neither.
Can I go there?
Alex,
maybe, but yeah.
My free speech wasn't intruded on.
Yeah, you were able to speak freely.
I was able to say what the fuck I want to say, but there's not freedom of conscience.
Also, they don't have free speech in England. That's free speech is only in America. In Canada, they have freedom of expression, but they don't have freedom of speech. Like you could dance it or whatever. Really? No, I don't know. But like there's different limitations.
I think they have stricter libel laws than in the US.
So it's like this is a specifically American thing. And I think they were kind of projecting on the rest of the world, like, oh, don't you believe in this? You're a Western democracy, yada, yada, yada. But like they don't. They got different viewpoints on things. And low key, like America, we've kicked people out for their viewpoints, right? Like, wasn't the Trump administration kicking people out because they're like, yo, you support Gaza or you support...
Yeah, at one point,
you know what I mean? So it's like, there is this feeling like if you don't get along with whatever the status quo is, now I feel like the status quo is supporting the atrocities of happening in Gaza, but like, the powers that be don't feel like it.
You know what the problem is? People really think that there's no consequence to their actions because of this shit right here. Y'all think that y'all can get on because you've never been punched in the face, because you've never been fired, because nothing has ever happened to you. You think that you can just get online and talk and say whatever you want and not have to deal with it. Then when you get beat up or shot or they don't want you in their country or they don't want you in their venues, now all of a sudden it's like, I should be able to say what I want. Who the fuck told you that?
Yeah.
And I think people also might feel that way because when you see Kanye perform like he does, and then he can go to SoFi, still get Live Nation back, still sell it out 2 times. It's like, hey, you know what?
Maybe you can.
Maybe you can.
No, maybe you can. Maybe you can get some of the people, some of the time, but you're not gonna get all of the people, and that's part of dealing with the consequences of your motherfucking words.
I've had venues cancel on me for far less.
Yeah,
I had venues cancel on me because I said COVID came from China,
but it did.
They ain't apologize. You know what I mean? Like at one point in time, that was a racist
after the lab that it came from.
My boy. I know, but in that time, a venue made a decision. I can't do nothing about that. They're a private venue.
So what do you do moving forward? You either say what the fuck you want to say,
or
you watch what you say,
exactly,
because you want to reach a broader audience.
There are other places he could perform. He could perform in Iran right now. he would sell out everything in Iran, Lebanon. He could sell out anywhere in the Middle East. They're listening to that Kanye song on full volume.
By the way, Kanye is a person who never really had to deal with consequences until now. These last few years, you're watching Kanye West have to deal with the consequences of his words and actions. And that's his battle to fight. He got to go through that. Yep. He know what he said. He know what he did. He know who he said it to. He know who he did it to. So he got to eat that.
So we get to see how important it is for him to be free and say what he wants. Is it more valuable than money, or is it not?
And that's the craziest part about the Kanye West situation. What did he actually say? There's nothing he said that was of value. There's nothing he said that was thought-provoking. Like nothing. Like it's not like he actually made a stand.
But that's always Kanye.
But that's my point. It's not like he actually made a stand and said something that really like, oh man, you know what? He's got a point. And that actually was a good point. And it's wrong that he's being punished for that good point. No. That never happened.
He was just repeating a lot of the bad conspiracies that people say online.
Yeah.
It was bullshit and it's fucked up and now, yeah.
The guy made a song called Hell Hitler, didn't say he didn't want nobody to listen to it.
The merch with the swastikas is crazy.
Y'all crucified Russell way more than y'all did Kanye.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying? Like y'all crucified him for saying even Hitler was heaven sent. Kanye gave y'all Hell Hitler.
Yeah, but Russell ain't give us Runaway, man. It's a Runaway.
By the way, now can we talk about that? Now let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about people.
Dog twisted face.
Let's talk
That's
about
how powerful music is,
not even just music. Some people's art was so historically good.
You're right about it.
And did something to us emotionally that you ain't letting that shit go. How many people can get away with murder literally because of their art? How many? Who are the people? Everybody. If you've made a classic anything, and people have an emotional investment to you, especially during your formative years, it's hard to let that person go, bro. It's hard to let that person go.
It's also like a scientific thing. It's not even really in your control. There's studies that show like around the age of 15, 16, 17, the music that you listen to the most at that period kind of gets embedded in your brain almost.
Yes.
And you're kind of attached to it emotionally for the rest of your life.
And that's the thing. It's not even that you're attached to the artist, to Chris's point. I just think you're attached to whatever you was doing during that time.
Yeah.
Right? Whatever you felt during that time is what you're attached to.
Yeah.
And even if somebody like Kanye West or, whoever it is goes down in flames, you're still thinking about that moment in time. You can't let it go. This music will always bring you back there.
So it is kind of selfish in that way. It's like you're really protecting like the way you felt. You're not really protecting the guy.
That's true.
That guy just made you feel a way, and you don't want to not feel that way when you hear this music again. So you're like, well, he must not be that bad because I want to keep feeling this way.
And that's right. And things like concerts take you right back to that place.
Yep.
That's why all of these concerts with all these older artists hit so hard.
Nostalgia
The
effect
nostalgia,
is crazy.
man. Like you can go to these concerts and watch your favorite artists sing your favorite songs. You probably with the crew that you came up with when y'all went to these concerts when y'all was 15, 16, 17. It's like, yo, that shit means something. That shit matters. So it's not even necessarily about the artist. I just want to go feel that feeling.
I want to feel it again.
You know what I mean?
I want to feel it again.
Feel that feeling.
Yeah. That's with everything, bro. That is with everything. Yeah, if you can get people to where they personalize what it is you're creating, they'll protect that no matter what. And music just has a profound effect, man.
It definitely does.
Music is different than anything else. I don't even know if people act like this with anything else. Like maybe with sports, you care so much about your team. Like you're willing to look past the fuck shit that some of the athletes have done.
Clear.
Sports.
Yeah.
Definitely sports.
Yeah.
Definitely sports. Let's pay some bills, man. Salute to Cash App. Cash App, really appreciate you, man. Y'all make, just being able to take care of people so easy, man. If you out of town and you getting a haircut or something, like as soon as you say, yo, you got Cash App? And that person says yes, you like, oh, you feel that sense of relief, okay? But for all the parents out there with teenagers, we know you're already trying to keep a million different things under control. Cash App is designed to meet teens aged 13 to 17 where they are with intuitive educational tools available through sponsorship by an eligible parent or guardian. Teens gain access to a personalized Cash App card that comes in different colors and patterns to fit their style and the ability to instantly access money from family and friends, okay? Cash App makes managing money feel easier and honestly just cooler than other options out there. The platform also has tools that can help teens develop real-world financial habits in a space that's safe and easy to navigate, all with your oversight and approval. If your teen is getting their first job, Cash App can get them access to their paychecks up to 2 days early and can help them achieve personalized savings goals. They can set themselves all within the app. With Cash App, these tools become something they'll actually want to use because they were designed with them in mind. Finally, no one wants unnecessary surprises. With Cash App, there are no monthly fees, no minimum balance requirements, and no hidden charges. When sending or receiving money with the Cash App card, you and your teen's balances receive 24/7 fraud monitoring. And if something ever feels off, you have the ability to lock their card right from your phone in just one tap. Skip the stress and give your teen a way to learn financial responsibility with no hidden fees. Download Cash App and get started today. For a limited time, new Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use code FAMILY10 in their profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank member FDIC. Direct deposit and promotions provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. And I also got to salute ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter, thank you for sponsoring today's show. Yes, we use ZipRecruiter at Black Effect to hire people, okay? Did you know that the average employer has to sort through roughly 250 resumes per job opening? Ha! That is very time-consuming. Well, if you're hiring, here's good news. You can now review all of these resumes and applications faster thanks to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter has a new feature that instantly shows you the most interested qualified candidates first. And today, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com ZipRecruiter.com/idiots. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology finds qualified candidates quickly. And with ZipRecruiter's new feature, qualified candidates who are very interested in your job show up at the top of your list. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site based on G2. Cut through the standard and get to the standouts with ZipRecruiter. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/idiots. That's ZipRecruiter.com/idiots. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Let's get back to the show. All right, let's get back to the show. Hezekiah Walker, church announcements?
Yes, sir. I'm coming back on the road, man.
Ooh.
I just booked some shows.
Ooh.
Get this hour together, man. Very excited. First of all, shout out Salt Lake City, man. That was awesome. We announced the show. They sold out. The weekend sold out immediately. So thank you guys so much. I love that fucking place. It's incredible. Same for Tampa, man. Tampa Bay, we're coming there. I'll let y'all know, but if we're gonna add some more shows to those weekends, man. And then by the time this comes out, we will be announcing Denver and Virginia Beach. So you can grab tickets for those at theandrewschultz.com. Go get them quick. And I just really appreciate everybody who's been coming out, man. This is exciting to get this new hour going. I was responding to some people online that they would DM me like, yo, when you gonna tour, when you gonna come back? And like, I can't like permanently be on the road because then I feel like the material doesn't reflect the changes in my life.
Yeah, you gotta live life.
And that is how I try to make sure every new hour isn't like the same version of an old hour. And I feel like sometimes in comedy that happens because you're not living and realizing the things that like have changed for you. At least that's my process with it. So I did some living and I'm excited to come talk some shit, man.
Because you care about the craft of stand-up.
I do. As
opposed to just getting on stage, doing some crowd work. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Treating it like it's a podcast for an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate you guys.
I do love crowd work though.
I know, I love crowd work.
But I hear what you're saying, like
that can't be the only thing you do for an hour straight, yo.
People are spending their hard-earned money.
Yes, man.
You gotta give them a show.
Yes, man.
And I've always tried throughout my career to make sure it's something special and worth their time.
And anybody who says, well, you don't have to do that anymore, that's why your special won't be special. Okay. 4th annual Black Effect Podcast Festival happening Saturday, April 25th in Atlanta, Georgia at Pullman Yards. Drink Champs is going to be on that podcast stage.
Let's go.
Mona, Don't Call Me White Girl podcast. Jeff Teague and the Club 520 podcast. Crystal Renee Haslett with the Keep It Positive Sweetie podcast. Carlos King with the Reality with the King podcast and Grits and Eggs podcast. My man Deontay Collin, Big Ice Cupcat. Go get your tickets, blackeffect.com/podcast festival. We got everything there, man. The food trucks, the Black Effect Marketplace. You know, we're going to have the NASCAR race simulator from my guy, Raja Karouf. All types of stuff. We got panels talking about AI and the business of podcasting. I know Tika Sumter is on a panel. John O'Brien is on a panel. I can't remember who else. But listen, go get your tickets, blackeffect.com/podcast festival. We'll see you April 25th in Atlanta. And I also want to tell folks, man, Arsenio Hall, his book, Arsenio, a memoir, is available everywhere you buy books now.
Let's go.
Listen, we put out a lot of books on Black Privilege Publishing, and this is a book where I want to, I was like, man, I wish I was part of a book club.
Ooh.
Just because I want to discuss it and I want to talk about it, just because that era of the 90s meant so much to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm watching like people that have read the book and everybody saying the same thing. It's just like, yo, it's just bringing me back to that time. Plus, people don't know what Arsenio Hall fucking went through. They literally went to him, they came to him and said, Arsenio, you're too black.
Yeah.
They literally said his show was too fucking black.
Yeah.
And he could have easily conformed and started to do things that were, you know, a little bit more digestible to mainstream America because he had a mainstream audience. He was like, no, that's not what I want to do.
Why did the Arsenio Hall show stop?
He quit.
Wow.
Everybody doesn't know that. Everybody thinks that he got let go because he had Minister Farrakhan on. He actually resigned. And he put the resignation letter in the book to let people know I'm not bullshitting about this. Because when he first told me this story, I'm like, I've never, and of course, I mean, Arsenio's 70 years old, so of course, he's much older than me, but I'm like, I've never heard this. I always heard that it was because of Minister Farrakhan. He actually resigned because he didn't like the way that the executives kept coming at him and how they were trying to tell him to do things. By the way, can we talk about that? Can we talk about how easy it is to walk away instead of, fighting these motherfuckers?
Does he regret walking away?
No, not even a little bit.
Good for him.
Not even a little bit. And Arsenio's lived a great life. Not only did he go on to do film, they bought the Arsenio Hall show back at one point, you know what I'm saying? And he just does stand-up. He lives the life he wants to live.
God bless.
That God bless. And he's 70 years old.
Looks great.
Man. So go pick up Arsenio Hall, a memoir available everywhere you buy books now, and go get his audiobook. He read his own audiobook as well. So I'm waiting to see,
That is a cool experience that I think that this generation will probably take for granted.
Talk to me.
Is
monoculture?
No, not monoculture.
Oh.
Monoculture is interesting, I think. But like the fact that you get to read somebody's autobiography, that you get to indulge in someone's autobiography and hear their voice.
Oh, yeah.
They are telling you the story that happened to them. Like, we never had that luxury growing up, right? Like maybe someone read an excerpt of it at Barnes & Noble.
I don't remember no audiobooks when I was growing up.
Well, no, there wasn't audiobooks, but meaning like you could have gone to like a book, what are those things that you do?
Book reading.
Yeah, book reading.
Yeah.
And you hear a chapter or whatever, and they're talking about your life. But I remember listening to your book. I think it was your first one. And I was at some hotel because I was doing shows that weekend. And I was like, oh, this is such a cool experience because I'm hearing Charlamagne tell these stories. And I'm trying to think of like, imagine the fucking autobiographies that we read growing up.
It was a big deal when I read my book. It's so funny you bring that up. There's a lot of books that don't have audio because of that. Because they came out in a time where there was no audio.
So it's like, who's going to read fucking George Washington's autobiography?
The autobiography of Malcolm X just got audio a few years ago.
And who did the voice?
Lawrence Fishburne.
And
That's cool.
So that's the other thing you do. Like, would you rather get an impressionist to do the voice of Malcolm X? Or would you rather have somebody that was like esteemed read it?
Well, you know what it's going to be going forward.
It's going to be
AI.
Yeah.
100%. Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely. Jake Paul wants to do blackface. Andrew's all for it.
You could do whatever you want.
Jake Paul's feelings are hurt because of the Drewski skit. Let's hear this audio.
Wait, why'd you say I'm for it?
Oh, okay. See, I never even heard the clip. I just saw the headline.
Oh.
No, I just saw the headline.
Yeah.
That last part, what he said,
Yeah.
is exactly how I feel. And the reason I feel like that is because I'm born in 1978.
There we go.
Okay?
There we
I
go.
grew up in an era where men wore dresses in the guise of comedy. Men pretended to be gay in the guise of comedy. Men pretended to be white under the guise of comedy.
Right.
You had white comedians who pretended to be black under the guise of comedy. That's it. Like my feelings never got hurt over any of that shit.
Yeah.
Like when I saw Robert De Niro on Tropic Thunder, I didn't get my feelings hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Or like Howard Stern.
When I saw Howard Stern, now Howard Stern was a bit wild. But
Howard
only
was
because
wild. Go back and watch those clips.
Howard was wild.
Yeah,
but you know
Howard was
why
great.
Howard was wild? Because he was actually doing blackface.
Yep.
Like he was actually doing the blackface that they used to do.
This is how far removed.
Minstrel show. Like that was wild.
All right, so this is how far removed we are from like what blackface is. I think like a lot of Gen Z that's watching this, they actually don't know what blackface is.
Let's give them the actual definition.
So there was a time in history where they wouldn't even let black people play the incredibly racist caricatures that were made of them in cinema. What is it? Amos and Andy or something like that is one of the...
Amos and Andy.
First big television show.
So,
and it wasn't just the makeup.
No.
It was the character. They would take on these what they called stereotypical characteristics.
It was called the Sambo character.
Yes.
And what they would do is
Yes.
they'd paint on these incredibly stereotypical lips and all this stuff. And like
they portrayed him as lazy, ignorant.
Exactly. So the idea of blackface wasn't simply, which is probably what Gen Z thinks, it's just painting your face the color of black people.
No.
It is purposely antagonistic and insulting, mocking a group of
insulting
people.
Black people.
Now, we can mock people and insult people of different races, like I made a career of it. But it doesn't mean that this is a different thing And the reason why I'm trying to say that like Gen Z doesn't really understand what it is because when we've seen a Robert De Niro, not a Robert De Niro, Robert, what's his name?
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. Yes, and when you've seen other characters kind of do this in different things, it doesn't get this big negative reaction because it's not the minstrel show that it was portrayed before. Now,
he actually was pretending to be a black person.
Right. So the things have gotten muddied.
Or Jimmy Kimmel when he did Karl Malone.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. He's not even being black people. He's being Karl Malone.
Karl Malone.
Right.
Yeah.
Now the things have gotten muddied and there's young people who are just like, anytime you paint your face black, that is blackface, which is not, and therefore it's insulting and racist and hateful and all these other things. So there's just a lot of like information that doesn't kind of, people aren't sharing the same information.
We're using words that we probably shouldn't be.
Don't know the actual definition of.
Yes.
I think what Jake said at the end is what you were saying. This is kind of what we all want. We want to make fun of each other. We want to tease each other. We want to be able to insult each other in a way where like it can be appreciated. And the best version of it is you see a guy doing it and he maybe is not part of your culture, but you see them like noticing certain things about your culture and you're like, ooh, that was fucking cool right there. That was great.
I want you to get mad at me because I pretended to imitate you.
Yeah.
And you were offended by it because of how I was imitating you. Like when Mike Tyson walked up on Keenan Ivory Wayans, they say in a club.
Yeah.
He didn't like the way Keenan Ivory Wayans portrayed him.
Right.
But if it's something that's actually funny, I think it's a little bit different. I'd rather you just be mad at me for it.
The problem with this is that if he does exactly what Drewski did, Drewski said, hey, this is conservative women in America.
Yeah.
So now if Jake does, hey, this is black da-da-da in America, that is the and then he portrays them in a silly, dumb manner.
If he pretends to be Sexy Red,
and does that,
it's going to be a problem. If his idea of black women in America, and I'm not saying this is a knock to Sexy Red, I'm just telling you what the optics would be. Yeah. If he said I'm portraying black women in America and it's Sexy Red or all of the different rapper women, it might be an issue. But what if he portrayed? By the way,
all right,
I'm just giving him ideas.
I know
because I want to see if he's stupid enough to do it. What if he pretends to be Michelle Obama? Powerful, strong, well-spoken.
Or what if he was like
in charge?
So Drewski did conservative.
No, it wouldn't be.
Drewski did conservative white women.
Yep.
Right?
No, conservative women in America. He never said white.
Sorry. Conservative women in America. Yep. If Jake did progressive black people in America and then dressed and like kind of imitated Don Lemon, are people that upset at it?
Yes.
If it's based on a specific person, like clearly Drewski was talking about.
He should say Don Lemon be like then.
Well, no, I thought what was smart about Drewski's thing is that like we all knew who he was talking about, but he didn't say it.
Did we though?
I know you're doing this thing where it's like it was that other big girl.
She was the one.
Sure, but the staring was Erica.
Sarah was Erica.
That was Erica. So then maybe it doesn't have to just be Don Lemon. It could be another version of that. But like then I think he has a little bit more protection because it's targeted. It's not going like, here's this uniform stereotype about black people and I'm insulting it. It goes, here are these black people that we know and I'm teasing that. You're right. If he does do the ghetto trope, then people are going to get upset about it. But if he doesn't do the ghetto trope,
people will still be upset.
Because people are going to be upset. But if he doesn't do the ghetto trope, I think there's more protection in it because he's actually doing an impression kind of individuals in the same way that Kimmel did Karl Malone. And that wasn't a reflection on all black people, it was a reflection on Karl.
Well, now it's not going to work. First of all, it never would work anyway, but it's definitely not going to work now because the headline, Jake Paul says he's going to do blackface.
Right.
In retaliation, essentially, to Drewski's skit. That's the headline. I didn't even hear what the fuck he said where he was like, yo, I thought he was actually offended and he just wanted to get some
he's like,
back.
I love it. This is awesome.
But I don't know much about him. Is he a comedian?
No.
So then why is he doing it?
Well, he's a provocateur.
Okay.
So maybe he sees it as a provocation.
By the way, there's no way for it to work, Jake Paul. There's no way to work. All I'm simply saying is I grew up in an era.
I got a way it works.
I'm just saying.
Can I get it? Can I get one? Black boxers from Britain be like, and he dresses up as Anthony Joshua knocking out Jake Paul.
Depends how he acts. Depends how he acts as Anthony.
Dignified or like super Nigerian or whatever the fuck you want.
Depends
like
how he acts as Anthony.
Right. And he's the butt of the joke in a way because he's getting knocked out by this guy after he's talking shit. There is a way to get away
as
with
opposed to doing Corey Bush, and he leans into
don't do nothing
stereotypes.
Who's Corey Bush?
A female politician.
Oh, okay.
Story,
Corey from St. Louis.
And
Don't do nothing political.
And don't put black in the title. Because Drewski didn't say white conservative women. He just said
Oh, good point. Good
women
point. British
president.
boxers be like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
But
true.
don't do it. Because it's still a history with blackface. Do not.
Yeah, don't do it. But I will say, I agree, Jake, don't do it. But all I'm simply saying is I grew up in an era where people absolutely positively made fun of everything. Like, and Living Color ran the gamut
and it
of who
was
they made fun of. Yes, Martin Lawrence, and this is the other thing, Martin Lawrence, Jamie Foxx, they could dress up as women, do scenes with men where they acting like they trying to fuck the guy. Nobody ever was like, Martin, you gay. Bro. Martin, you a sellout because you went. I never had that mentality.
Some people were.
When?
No.
Tell me, what was that discussion in the 90s, Chris?
There was always a discussion that Hollywood forces black people.
That came on much later.
That was Chappelle on what was it? Oprah or something like that?
That goes back to Flip Wilson in the 60s.
Did Oprah start that?
I thought it was
no, it was
Dave did start that.
It was Dave on some interview, I forgot, where he was like trying to make you wear a dress or some shit.
It might have been Dave on Oprah.
But that was a convo in the 80s. I mean, I remember it.
I don't ever remember it. But by the way, that convo in the 80s didn't stop nothing.
No.
Because the 90s gave you some of the funniest guys wearing dresses.
And we were all dying laughing. None of us were like, look at Hollywood trying to emasculate, because it was a black produced show with black creators, black writers. Right. So in no way were they like, oh, there's some like white executive at the top. Like, could you dress them in little skirts today? It was like, no, these are just funny.
Actually, Arsenio talks about that in the book.
What'd he say?
I forgot that there's a character that he plays a woman.
Hey, Coming to America.
I totally forgot about that character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
He said when he said he wanted to fuck Eddie, he said I want to fuck you. I forgot what the word was. I want to fuck you and your friend too.
I hope you don't mind me coming over and sitting down, but I've been watching you all evening, and I want to tear you apart. And your friend too.
Like, nobody cares.
How many comedians are imitating women in their skits, right? They're acting like a girl. They're like mannerisms like a girl within a joke, right? Like, so within a joke, you could be a girl. The second you put on a dress as that girl, then it's emasculate. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
Arsenio Hall talks about how on SNL, they had Dana Carvey used to do Arsenio. What was the character name?
I know what you're talking about.
It was Carsenio. Woof, 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 woof. Used to dress hip hop and all. I don't think he did the black skin though.
No.
Yeah, they didn't do black skin.
Smart.
They didn't do the black skin. So my point is, once again, we come from an era where everybody did that to each other. Everybody, especially comedians. So
they pay the price sometimes.
And by the way, roll the dice, Jay.
That's the like
Ted Danson. You guys remember Ted Danson and Whoopi Goldberg?
If you want to do it,
chances, man.
Listen, I'm not encouraging you to do it. I'm just simply, and I'm not encouraging for you to do it. I'm not advocating for you to do it. I'm just simply saying, if you do it, don't be pussy. Deal with the consequences that come with doing it. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember this.
But Ted Danson actually did blackface.
Yeah, this was actual
This is blackface.
Yeah, this was blackface. You said what?
He did it with Whoopi.
And Whoopi was his girl,
they were
right?
actually roasting Whoopi, but nah. Nah, this is black. When you put on the white glove, bro, with the black shoe paint and the white lips, nah, you wildin'.
Yeah.
You really wildin'. What else we got, man? What else we got, Chris? This just in.
We got something new?
Salute to my guy, Arsenio Hall, man. Arsenio Hall, a memoir made the New York Times bestsellers list.
Did
it. Listen, and I know what people out there saying, because y'all say this every fucking time, and it disgusts me, because it lets me know how much y'all don't know about shit. Y'all be like, everybody make the New York Times bestsellers list.
No.
Actually, everybody doesn't.
No.
And furthermore, we don't even know how the fuck people make the New York Times bestsellers list, because it's not based on sales, okay? Chris knows this. And by the way, you can Google it. There's so many articles about it. What is it based on, Chris?
We don't know. They got their secret sauce.
No way.
Bro, nobody knows what...
Sales are a large component, but there are other aspects that they won't share go into the formula.
What else could there be?
I heard it's like location from when sales are coming in, and like
that's part of it.
Because if you just do it on sales, somebody can just be like, yo, buy a whole bunch in bulk so I can make the list. But now if you see sales coming in from all different places,
so this is stopping the publishing companies from botting the
exactly.
exactly.
Or bulk buys, which is always the big issue that they try to shut down.
Right. This is the publishing company realizes the marketing ability of being a New York Times bestseller. So they go, we're going to buy 20,000 copies. Now you got a New York Times bestseller. Yep. So if you see them being purchased from all these different places, it looks actually like unique people are doing it. I get that then. I get that as having a special sauce because otherwise it'd be too easy.
That's right. And so I'm just going to read this. It's not purely numbers like you just said, Alex. The list is curated. It's not just a ranking on Amazon. New York Times uses a confidential panel of bookstores and retailers, and they weight certain sellers more than others to reflect broad natural interests. So a book that's sold, and this is just numbers, if a book sold 10,000 copies the right way, it can beat a book that sold 20,000 the wrong way. And sometimes when you see the bulk buys, you'll see it'll have a cross next to it on the New York Times bestseller list to let you know there was a lot of bulk buys.
Because you're cheating. That's cheating. That's the same as like when these artists like buy the streams.
Yep.
And it's like they might be real streams, but it's just a house in India that has iPhones painted all over the walls, and they're just streaming the songs nonstop for fucking weeks.
Yeah, bulk buy can actually disqualify you.
Good, it should.
In the old days with records, the record labels would buy 20,000 copies and then return them after the counting was
hilarious.
Done. Yeah.
Hilarious.
Listen, salute to Arsenio. Just Hilarious is up next.
Hey.
Okay. Till Death Do We Parent. It'll be out April 28th. All right, so go pre-order that right now. What else we got? Ooh, go scroll back up to that. Man, salute to Ro Khanna, man.
What's Ro doing?
I like Ro. Ro's not the most exciting politician, but Ro knows what to say when things are time to be said. What did he say here?
Let's go to the videotape.
Let's hear it.
As a human being and as an American citizen, I am relieved that Donald Trump has accepted a ceasefire and withdrawn his threat to destroy Iranian civilization. But let's be clear, this did not happen because of Congress, which barely made a whimper. This happened because of the force of the American people. Not just progressives and liberals, but conservatives like Tucker Carlson, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and even Ann Coulter spoke out against the horror of threatening genocide against another people. This tells me one thing. The only thing that will save this country, the only thing that will save our democracy is a broad populist social movement. Anti-Epstein class, anti-war, pro-working class.
Now, I will say this. It is wild that we live in a society where we have to say we need an anti-Epstein class. What was the other things he said, Chris? Anti-Epstein class.
Anti-war.
Anti-war.
Pro-working.
And that is most humans.
Yo, can I ask y'all a question? And this is something I've been curious about. We've been like very effective at like protesting things that are pretty horrible. You've seen these amazing protests around the country, like with ICE, like incredible organization and people out in the streets and people really mobilized. The No Kings protest, like incredible. Why is there, if nobody in America or the majority of Americans do not want this war, why has there not been an organized protest simply against the actions going on right now?
I think.
I went to No Kings. There was a big
There's too many things rolled up into one.
Hold on. No Kings is not an anti-Iran war protest. It is existing protests about No Kings, which I appreciate, but this preexists, this predates the Iran war.
But it fits into it because the No Kings thing is about, it's about him not asking Congress for shit and just doing what the hell he wants to do.
I know, but that's not what the question I'm really asking is it possible that the powers that be that are involved in the organization of these protests that are very important and very powerful are not willing to incentivize a protest against this war? And are they in some way supportive of this war?
I think there's too much going on, Schulz.
Ain't no too much going on when it's a nuclear option. Like,
no, I'm with you, but I don't think you can have one protest about one thing anymore.
We had it with ICE. It was one protest about one thing.
No, that was No Kings.
That was No King. Yeah,
ICE. No. There were specific anti-ICE protests. This happened in Minneapolis. It happened in other places around the country. I know, Chris, that you've been attending them. So it's like, I'm just positing the theory.
I get what you're saying.
Is it possible that the powers that be are in some way like supportive of this or profiting off of this?
They have had the anti-war Iran protests over the last few weeks, though. They have.
Chris, you were a professional protester.
There's a lot of protests going on that we don't even know about.
Chris, you were a professional protester.
I brought you a gift.
Thank you.
What is that one from?
That's from my last protest.
I don't even know what it is.
Let me see.
Oh, no, you got the chance. You got the
fucking
chance.
scooter protest. Get the fuck out of here, Chris. Chris, all this shit going on right now, and you still on this scooter shit?
Nah, that's ICE.
It's an ICE thing, and they got cards printed out and a whistle, so they're handing out
whistle
whistles.
Ain't even loud. You couldn't even use that shit at a Too Short concert.
I almost put...
like, nobody can hear that shit.
I almost blew into that shit.
Let Chris blow it. That shit is not loud.
It's loud.
It is? Let's see, Chris. Hit it. This is the one they was handed out at the protest. Let's see if it's effective. Get the fuck out of here.
Now,
sound like you hailing a cab.
Now imagine 20,000 people with that going off at the same time. The shit is loud and effective.
Yeah, 20,000. You said 20,000.
So we're avoiding my question.
I see what you're saying. I don't sense that's what it is, just having gone to these things. I will say, I've never liked the branding of No Kings. There's something that kind of rubs me the wrong way. It feels like it's almost conceding something right off the bat.
That there is a king.
Yeah. I do like the idea. And I go to all these protests because I think it's very important. I really struggle with them. Like there's a certain performative aspect of a lot of these protests that just kind of makes me uncomfortable. But I do think the idea of a no war protest specifically would be very interesting because traditionally, if you look at American history, no war protests have very much always been the territory of the left. And I think what you're suggesting is if there was
it seems uniting.
They're literally happening. They're literally happening today, right now, as we speak.
Really?
I Googled it. Iran war protests today across the U.S. Over 60 protests against President Donald Trump's Iran war are erupting nationwide today, Wednesday, April 8th, with anti-war protesters rallying against Trump's war threats and demanding Congress take action to stop Trump and bring U.S. forces home. Dozens of anti-war protests today in D.C., New York, Philadelphia, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Maryland are organized by the 50501 movement, a grassroots initiative fighting to uphold the Constitution and end executive overreach, and the Answer Coalition, a massive anti-war movement. The group's emergency protest today, dubbed Stop the War on Iran, follow a handful of protests in Philadelphia, New York City, and outside the White House in D.C. on April 7th.
All
so,
right,
Chris, you out the loop, Chris.
I'll go to the next one.
They didn't put you in the fucking loop.
I invite my Republican brothers and sisters out there to join me. I'll have whistles for every. Oh no, we won't have whistles because it's not an ICE protest.
That's right.
But
there's one in Midtown today. Let me see what time it is, Chris. You can go out there with your whistle. President Donald Trump on a war on Iran has triggered protests across the country, including in New York. Where is it at? Where is it at? On Wednesday, 6 p.m. in Times Square.
Who'll join me? Who's going to join me here?
I went to No Kings.
You did?
Yeah, the one in New York.
Right.
So to answer your question, there you go.
Yeah. And technically, this isn't a war yet because Congress hasn't voted on it, and he has 90 days to do whatever actions
conflict, whatever you want to call it.
That's nice.
I don't think we need a
don't do that.
Declaration of war in order to protest it.
No, I get that, but also the way he moves, it's like it could be over tomorrow by one of his tweets, or it can extend for months and months by some of his tweets. So you never really know when to protest it.
If you're in jail and somebody f***ed you in the ass,
whoa,
and they don't announce that they f***ed you in the ass or they're f***ing you in the ass, are you getting f***ed in the ass?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, what the fuck? You need a vote to say, hey, this is a war.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like to mobilize a protest, and then what if right now we have a ceasefire? So technically, are we still at war?
You doing the what is a woman thing.
No, but I'm saying. Don't you think that would don't you think
know what a war is, bro? Like, what are we talking about here? Like
right now we got a 2-week ceasefire. Are we at war?
Do we?
Do we?
I mean, according to what they're saying?
Not as of a couple hours ago.
Does Alex not know he's answering his own question?
No.
If they have a 2-week ceasefire, then that means we were at war.
But the ceasefire, the point of it is to negotiate the ending to.
But why wait? But you don't wait until the 2 weeks and the war starts back. You start protesting now because you don't want the war.
You got to keep the pressure on so that it feels imperative to end this thing once and for all.
Yeah, that's all. What else we got? You want to do some Asking Idiots?
Let's do it.
Let's do some Blue Chew and then do Asking Idiots.
All right.
Let's do some Blue Chew and then do Asking Idiots, man.
All right, guys, let's take a break for a second, man. The future of erections is finally here. Blue Chew Gold is changing the way millions of men are having sex in 2026. The new arousal boosting formula combines passion and performance in one tablet that dissolves under your tongue for super fast onset. We're talking about less than 15 minutes. That might be the best part of the pill. I can tell you the ingredients in there. They're going to increase blood flow and increase arousal and all this other stuff. The reality of the matter is in less than 15 minutes, you're rock hard, ready to go and deliver the time of that girl's life. And ladies, you should be asking for this, to be completely honest. Like, I know you want the gold. I know you want the gold packet. So if you want to right now make sure that your girl, your side chick, the wife, whatever it is a super happy, super satisfied, not giving you any shit for the rest of the week, you discover your options right now at BlueChew.com. We got a special deal for our listeners right now. When you buy 2 months of Blue Chew Gold, you get a third for free with the promo code IDIOTS. That is BlueChew.com, and the promo code is IDIOTS. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast. Now, let's do some Asking Idiots.
Let's do some Asking Idiots. Chris, Taylor Gang isn't in today. We on spring break this week from the Breakfast Club.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's nice.
So we ain't been in. You know who I saw earlier, man? I saw Teresa Caputo earlier. You know Teresa Caputo?
Psychic?
The Long Island medium?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Didn't she get exposed or some shit? Wasn't there like a documentary about her?
Did she? I don't know.
Oh, no, maybe. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Why? What's up?
Nah, this was with her earlier. It was interesting.
What's she saying?
Interesting conversation, man. I definitely believe in mediums. I believe mediums have gifts. You know what I mean?
All right.
And no, I do. I mean, only because I've had quite a few conversations with mediums in my life. One of them was intentional. Today with Teresa was intentional, but the one I had 20 years ago was not intentional at all. And all three of them have said things to me. I'm like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the first one I met 20 years ago, everything he said to me came true.
Really?
Oh my God. Everything. He everything. Literally everything. Even down to having daughters. And I didn't even have no daughters yet. Like everything. Like, so yes, I do believe there are people with gifts. Do I believe there's bullshitters out there? Sure. But I believe that there's people out there with gifts as well. Why wouldn't there be?
Agreed.
Yeah, like why wouldn't there be? Like why wouldn't God give people gifts to where if, folks from the afterlife or the guides that are around us can speak through? Like you think that they made the movie Ghost way back when? That came from somewhere. You don't believe it? You scared. You scared to sit with one. You scared to sit with one because you think that they might tell you something that you don't want to hear.
Possible.
Nah, it's not gonna hurt. Elvis _Matiso, how do you feel about going back to the moon? Is it real or not? Nah. Nah, Elvis.
You don't even think they're out there.
Wasn't real back then, isn't real now.
Wow.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
So you went to the moon in what, 1969?
1969.
You haven't been back since. With all the advancements in technology, look how good these shit have gotten.
Yeah.
NASA, you ain't got nothing greater that could get us back sooner, but you went there in 1969. But 2026, we just getting back, and they say we might not go back for what, another decade? Get the fuck out of here, yo. We ain't never been to the moon. We ain't out there now.
I don't think because you don't go back, like I haven't been back to Cancun, but it exists.
Why haven't we been back?
Because ain't shit there.
So what's the big deal about us being there now?
I don't know why we're going. That's why I don't get it. Like, what is the advantage of going
there, bro? We ain't. Go back and look at the original moon landing from 1969. And after seeing that movie with Scarlett Johansson and Channing Tatum, Fly Me to the Moon.
You don't believe it?
Absolutely fucking not.
But what's the idea of this one that they went to see the dark side of the moon, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it all dark out there?
No, they got the light. The sun is shining on half of it.
I believe that humans can't fathom being so primitive, yo. Earthlings hate the fact, especially American Earthlings, that we just are not the most intelligent life in all of these universes and galaxies. What I do believe is that they're fully aware of UFOs and extraterrestrials, and I believe that, there have been those of us in government who've been in contact with them, and it's an ego thing with them. And those extraterrestrials are sitting back laughing like, look at these motherfuckers still lying about going to the goddamn moon and convincing their whole civilization that they really out here.
So do you think that the spaceship even went into the sky?
Come on, Sean.
Do planes go in the sky?
I believe that we do have rockets that can get to a certain distance outside of Earth.
Do you believe in satellites?
I believe in the Jeff Bezos shit.
The women going.
Do you believe they went to space? Why don't you believe they went to space? Don't be sexist. Why don't you believe they went to space?
It's not even sexist. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't think that Jeff thought they were going to make it back. I thought he was trying to get out of that relationship, and he was just like, let me do something nice for my girl and her friends, and then kaboom, and then what a tragedy. Man, that's what I think he was trying. It's cheaper to keep her, but it's way cheaper to blow her up. And that's what I thought was going to happen. And then a miracle happened where they were able to get back.
Listen, Neil deGrasse Tyson said he knows we went to the moon. How the fuck you know that, Neil?
Yeah.
You're just taking the word of some people that say they went there.
Yeah.
I just want to know. Listen, okay, and by the way, everything we're saying is straight, brilliant, idiot logic. Yeah. I just want to know if we went in 1969, why haven't we been back since?
Nothing there.
With all the advancements in technology, and why won't we be going back for another 10 years?
Because there's nothing there.
This somebody got to tell me. Because to your point, once somebody discovered Cancun, people kept going back and kept going back and kept going back.
Yeah, if it's fire, you're going to go back, but I don't think they found anything up there.
They say allegedly it's a McDonald's on the moon.
Really?
That's what the streets say.
No, well, good for Ronald.
They say it's a McDonald's on the moon. They say it's a space station on the moon. People who've actually been to the moon say these things. Only those of us who haven't been say it's nothing there. So Americans say it's nothing there. The people who've been say that shit lit. They say it's popping. They say it's mad space stations out there, all type of different species out there living in perfect harmony, okay? They say it's a fucking McDonald's out there. Y'all forgot when McDonald's had the moon man. Remember that?
No.
Why the fuck did McDonald's logo? That was the soft rollout. What year was that, Chris? The 90s. See, the people who really been going, go look it up. McDonald's movement. There are people who really been going to McDonald's. They know what was out there. McDonald's, this was the soft rollout. We thought this was for us. No, this was for the moon. This is for let the people, Mac tonight.
That was him?
Mac the motherfucking night. He was actually a crescent moon. That was a rollout, an endorsement for everybody who knew what the fuck was really going on the moon.
Now you're on it.
Really went up there on a regular basis.
You're on it.
Okay? That wasn't for us. We thought that was for us. No. That was for people who make regular trips to the moon, motherfuckers.
Wow.
Shout out to Mac tonight, okay? But no, to answer the question, no, I don't believe that nobody's out there. I don't believe that we've been to the moon, and I don't believe we're out there now.
Wow.
Nah. Okay. Let me give you another question.
You believe so much.
Let me ask you another question. Why can't they land on it? They landed on it in 69, but can't now?
Yeah.
Now they just want to hover around it?
Well, what are they going to do there?
Yesterday, they went out of they lost communication for 40 minutes.
I don't think we landed the first time, but I do think this time we are there. Like, we did circle it.
We circled it before. The Apollo mission with Tom Hanks circled it.
I don't believe none of this shit.
Yeah, I don't
believe
it.
Don't believe it.
You believe the first moon landing?
Yeah.
Well, I don't believe the first
one. Why?
Circling I might can get with.
Obviously, we circled it.
Circling I might can get with it. Landing, get the
Sending that live footage.
It's delayed.
Bruh, come on.
I mean, it's just sending it. Like, do you believe in satellites? If you believe in satellites, then
the moon is a satellite.
Way farther than our satellites are.
The moon is a satellite.
Way further.
But what's the difference?
I'm just saying, back in that day, I don't think we had the technology to
stream
video.
I don't even think the moon is that far.
What? It's like 250 times where the furthest satellite is right now.
But like
distance is not that far.
I don't think it's that far.
Super, like It's far.
No, I don't think the moon is that far.
Far.
I don't think so. I think that's the thing that we're
right now. There's a space nerd right now who's fuming.
Well, fuck that space nerd. This is what I want to tell them. You telling me that they landed in '69, but now they can just circle?
That's the thing. I don't think '69 was true, but I do think now it's true.
Do you guys think human history is as old as people say it is?
Well, what do you mean by that?
Which people?
Meaning the idea that human civilizations go back, what is it, like 600,000-700,000 years?
No.
Because there are other theories out there that like this whole world is like 700 years old.
No.
There's a Russian version of that where like
700,000 years is crazy.
No. Civilization doesn't go back 700,000 years. There might have been like humans, in our like more or less current form, but like civilization goes back what, like 10,000 years?
Yeah, 700,000 years is a long time for God not to have gotten the recipe all the way right, guys. I'm just saying, 10,000 years, 5 to 10,000 years ago, and he still ain't quite got the recipe right.
Yeah, but what if God likes the reality show? Like you don't put rational actors in the reality show.
Yeah,
it's the Housewives,
absolutely
right? Like,
right.
Do you think when we're creating, like Andy Cohen is creating all these Housewives shows, or whatever? Do you think God is like, man, he really knows my shit,
man? God damn.
Because that's what this is. Like,
yeah, because really, if you're a God, right, and you really just want to keep everything above board, you stop adding the free will. You treat the free will like the fucking cornstarch.
It's like you know a little bit.
And I don't need none.
Oh, none?
No. What's that shit that Robert F. Kennedy wants to get rid of?
Red dye 40.
Red dye, call it. Get rid of no free will. Okay, give them no free will. You'll get the recipe just right.
Ooh.
But what if free will is what gives it the flavor?
Oh, you need the flavor.
You need the fucking.
You need the flavor. And it's an entertaining show to watch.
Oh my God.
We've been delivering nonstop entertainment for a few thousand years, man.
Years, bro.
I mean,
I wonder what was his best season. What was God's favorite season?
Ooh.
What do you think?
World War II was probably crazy, bro.
Nah, BC.
Oh, you talking about like
before I sent my son and y'all was just trying to figure it out, like, ooh, fire. You know what I'm saying? Rubbing shit together, 2 sticks to make wood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then somebody's like, let's rub our dicks together and see what happens.
What the?
Yeah.
So now I gotta.
That's the Greek history. Nah, he's had a couple little empires pop off that have been pretty crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Roman Empire was kind of fire.
Roman
Empire was kind of fire.
Ottoman.
You know what I mean?
Greek. Persian.
What if he started making the penises bigger so they stopped putting them?
Huh? I think that might have been part of it.
What?
No, I think you might be right about that.
Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he was like, we gotta increase these.
Yes, these keys are fitting these locks, so we gotta make these keys bigger.
Oh my God.
Wills _treasure. Who would win in a fight? You right now versus you at 20 years old. I'll whip my ass.
Which one?
At 20? I'll whip my ass at 20. I'll beat the shit out of the 20-year-old me.
Let me think. Nah, I think 20-year-old me is fucking me up. Because I was boxing at 20. So, yeah, 20-year-old me is fucking me up. 100%.
I'm definitely fucking me up. I'm definitely stronger at this age than I was at 20. Yeah, but my workouts are different.
Like you got the grown man strength.
You got the grown man strength. The way I work out is different. You know what I mean? The things I know at 40 is different. I'm fucking me up at 20. Plus, I know me. So I know exactly where I do not want to get hit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would even know what to say to me to probably put a little fear in my heart.
That's a good one.
You know what I mean?
That's a good one.
Straight up.
Yeah.
At 20, I'll fuck me up. Yo.
That's a good one.
I'll fuck me up.
Yeah.
And whisper in my ear.
Next question. Next question immediately.
I whisper in my ear, I was a Greek and a Roman in a past life.
Nope. No.
Arsenio La Vega says, at what age are men allowed to just be human?
What does that mean?
I know exactly what he means.
What does he mean by that?
He means at what age are men allowed to take the mask off
and just be themselves?
And just be. We don't have to be what society says we should be as men. We don't have to follow any of that. We can just be.
I'm going to say 35.
No, more.
Higher?
No. I think it happens in your 30s.
Well, I would rephrase the question a little bit also. You're allowed to just be human at any point in your life. At what age are men comfortable to just be human? Is it different?
Or stop giving a fuck. That's
yes.
what it really is about.
I think kids can shake this up a little bit. But I think we're looking at 40 plus, bro.
Yeah, I can see that.
40 plus.
Men allowed to just be comfortable being human at 40 plus? I think so.
I think 35, you're still in the rat race a little bit. You're still trying to like compete, figure it out, look fly. 40 and kids, you're like, man, who gives a fuck?
That's why I respect those people who find themselves at a very young age. When you find yourself at a very young age and you're comfortable with who you are and what you are, that is a very good space to be in.
I'm always skeptical of that shit, though.
But I will say this. It's so funny I was having this conversation this weekend because I was talking to somebody and then I thought about something my daddy always said. My dad said that if a man who gets money or gets some like tremendous amount of success and, you know, forgets who they are and never knew who they were to begin with. So I do appreciate people who knew who they were prior to any type of success, any type of fame. And you'll meet young people like this.
Yeah.
It's usually society in the world that strips that away from the young person. Like the person is confident, they're secure in who they are, and then they get out here and people start telling them what they're doing is wrong or, you know, the way they dress is wrong, the way they think is wrong. And then you start second guessing yourself and questioning yourself, and that's when you lose it. You know what I mean? But there's people that never lose it.
Yeah.
And I respect those people wholeheartedly. I respect the ones who lost it and got it back too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you do get it back like after 40.
After 40, man.
After 40.
Yeah.
I have no idea. VJ Dugal says, going to Japan solo in May, what food spot should I visit? Anything else? Ask the Asian in the room. Chris, how many times have you been to Japan?
Never. Andrew, I know you've been there.
You got to go to the old fish market in Tokyo. Have some sushi there. Go to the new one too, because you can see actually, you know, where they're like putting out all like the big tunas and I think people bidding on it and stuff like that. But go to the old fish one. Yeah, it's incredible.
Really?
Incredible. You got to have pizza out there. Tokyo pizza is unbelievable.
Really?
It's arguably like one of the best. Japanese, like they've done doing their shit, so they're just perfecting other people's shit.
So why you ain't give them props last week when we was talking pizza?
I did.
You didn't say shit about Japan pizza.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I've always talked about Japanese pizza.
No, you ain't talking about
have
no
I not
pizza.
always?
You've said it before, but not during last week's comment.
No, this because y'all were talking crazy putting fucking oxtail on pizza. They would never do something like that.
Imagine what they doing that shit in Japan.
What do you think they're putting on there?
All types of shit.
Like what?
Everything. That's not the same as Chinese, right?
Nope.
Oh, okay,
I know where you were going.
I'm sorry, Jeff.
I knew where you were going.
Why'd you let me go? Why'd you let me go?
I didn't
Why
let
did
you
you let me go?
I might have enabled it. I enabled it a little bit.
You shouldn't have let me go.
Let me tell you why,
should have
bro.
stopped me.
Because you're my best friend.
But you should have stopped me.
You know what else is a man's best friend?
A dog.
What is the Japanese approach to pizza? Is it like a classical approach?
I think what they do is they don't do their own version of shit.
Yeah.
They go, oh, this is your version of it. We're going to do the best version of that.
Best pizza I've ever had is in Taipei, for what it's worth.
Really?
I think it was an outlier, but it was a Sicilian guy who married a Taiwanese woman and moved to, and it was insane.
Wow.
Little nowhere spot. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Pizza?
Pizza.
I mean, this shit is,
Fantastic.
go check out the pizza. I wish I knew the name of the spot, man. This is unbelievable. And then steak. They do steak incredible out there. And not just Wagyu. I don't even fuck with the Wagyu like that. Like, it's just too, like, fatty and what is the, when something's really fatty, what is that? No, but what is it's too rich.
Yeah.
I don't like it. But if you go to a good spot out there and they got steak, run it up because it's going to be fire. And also go to one of their cocktail bars. They got great cocktails out there, and they like cut the ice with a sword. It's
Japan would be my number one food stop if I could go anywhere.
You're probably not wrong.
I might do Japan this year while you bullshit.
You should.
I really might.
You should.
What else we got? Let's do one more, man. Let's do one more. Make it a good one, man. Make it a good one, man.
Oh, that one to the right is interesting.
What's that one? What's Marcus say? We'll see what that is interesting. Scroll up a little bit more, Chris. I just want to read what he put. Okay. All right, go back. All right. Far.3on. If animals could talk, which one do you think would be the most racist? Ooh, wow. Wow. Wow.
Coon.
Wow.
Coon?
No. A raccoon? No. That's just
joke.
the name of it.
Coons would be funny as shit. Coons would be like, why the fuck do y'all keep calling these sellout motherfuckers me? I am the fucking Malcolm X to the goddamn
I'm the
war.
real one.
Ask about me, man. I gotta walk around with a mask on because of all the revolutionary shit that I'm doing. The fuck is y'all talking about? Okay? I'm out here eating out of trash cans because they won't even let me in the establishments in the motherfucking woods because I'm so motherfucking revolutionary. And y'all out here calling people me?
Nah.
The fuck is wrong with y'all?
The
disrespect is crazy. It's these deers that are the motherfucking sellouts.
They are.
Okay?
They are.
Right?
They
ain't no motherfucking coons. Y'all should be out here calling these sellouts deers. Okay? Fuck is you talking about? They out here getting shot by the white man every other day and they ain't never revolted.
We're eating their trash.
You see what I'm saying?
We're coming up on their property.
You see what I'm saying?
Taking what's
attacking them if they corner us.
them.
Fuck out of here.
Who's the most racist animal, man?
Most racist?
Polar bears.
Yeah, the polar bears are pretty like white power for sure.
Why? Because they're so white?
Yeah.
And they get the commercials. You think they're all sweet and nice. And then they're like, oh, but the dark ones is the ones you got to watch out for.
Yeah. Like dogs are low-key racist already. Like, you know what I mean?
They just do what they're told.
Nah, like sometimes they just bark at black people, bro.
But they do that to white people too if they don't know you. If I got a dog on my property and you're just walking, they gonna bark.
You think?
I think sheep.
Tell me why.
Cause y'all be fucking them.
But you got to see the wagon though.
But that's what I'm saying. Like sheep are probably like
hate white people.
These racist ass, rapist ass.
Hate white
people. Why do they always come?
Colonizers.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the black people never do this to us.
Yeah,
okay?
That's true.
And they're so fucking racist. They don't even fuck the black sheep. They come out here and do this to their own.
Says who? Yo, hold on. Hold on. Says who?
Yo, what if the sheep...
If you fucking animals, you're not discriminating, man.
What if there's a black sheep and the sheep see the white people coming? The white people are just fucking the white sheep. They're mad because they're not fucking the black sheep. And then the white sheep goes, see you fucking coons. And then the coons come out of the woods and attack the fucking sheep because they're sick of this shit. They're like, sheep, y'all know better. These humans may not know fucking better, but y'all know better.
The sheep stay around. Like, they might want it.
Damn. Like, yeah. What are y'all wearing? This nice wool? You know?
Why you dressed like that? Like, why you dressed like that, man? You know? Shout out Peter, man. You guys are doing the Lord's work.
Are they?
I don't know.
Shout out to Peter.
I'm Scottish, man.
What's the Peter CEO name?
Ingrid
Newkirk. Shout out to Ingrid Newkirk.
Shout
Ingrid, I
out
heard
you,
from you in a
Ingrid.
while, Ingrid. Okay? Shout out to Ingrid.
Save the sheep, Ingrid. The sheep getting clapped. We need to save the sheep.
As always, if you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. But if you think we're just a couple of idiots who don't know shit, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for listening.
Peace.